The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Yeah.
So we're just going to acknowledge that then, or,
What?
that?
The ritualistic sacrifice?
Is that what that is?
That's what it looks like.
Well, I mean, not if it doesn't have to be, I guess. Like, it could just be a regular
Fire.
sacrifice.
Yeah, I thought we had, like, a bonfire. It's a little soon for that, but, like, I thought we just had one.
I mean, the sun is setting, it's
Yeah.
temperature's going down, it's getting a little cool,
Yeah.
got to
It's
warm up a little.
3:22 p.m. right now. The sun's going down.
Yeah, it's it's going to start getting very cold in the Sunset City studio.
All right, who are we sacrificing?
Trey.
Trey.
Trey?
Trey.
Trey?
Trey.
Trey? Do you
Trey?
think Sonic EXE over there knows where Trey is? So we can sacrifice him?
I don't think he knows.
Wait. Oh, I think Sonic might have already sacrificed him. He might have done it before we got here.
That's not... No, that completely defeats the object of the ritual. This is a complete turn-off. Like, the ritual... We're all supposed to be here for it. We're all supposed to be here. And he sacrificed Trey himself?
I mean, that's what he said.
I wish Sonic EXE was a good friend.
I don't want to be his friend.
Alright, well that's the end of the episode then, everybody. Good night. No. Okay, who wants to introduce? One of you guys introduce.
Frank.
Frank?
Oh, sorry, I was in the middle of being sacrificed. Anyway, what am I doing again?
Introduce the show.
Hello, show. This is Pup and Dylan. Show. Dylan, Pup. This is the show.
Right, that's it. I'm pointing the fire towards you. Fuck this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunset City, the Sonic podcast for the classic and modern age. I'm one of your hosts, Gotta Be Frank, and I'm joined by Garrulous64.
Hi. Hello.
And Channel Pup.
Low.
And as you could tell, we sacrificed Trey.
He's gone. He shouldn't have cheated.
Crab Rave. Anyway,
Yes. Yes, go on. Frank? What are you doing?
I literally...
What's with all the suspense? What are you doing?
If you send in a... Okay, if you send in a super chat, we're going to read it at the end of the show. The show is also brought to you by our wonderful patrons.
What the fuck was that about? Why were you laughing? Why are you laughing?
What's funny? Where's the joke?
Why did you laugh and then not explain yourself?
Yeah,
I want to know. Why did you laugh?
Because I forgot what I was supposed to say next.
Okay, I'm sorry. It sounded like someone sent you something, or like you were laughing at like something Pup said. You just didn't want to say it. I was like, why is he being so cheeky about this? Like,
have you been eating lettuce or something? Dylan,
No.
have you been eating lettuce?
That's it. It did. Yeah. No, I have.
Same.
We both know that I do not consume lettuce. I just
No, Frank,
you
that's
have
what
to lead.
kind of got me a little bit, because that when you had the little giggles a second ago there, I was like, is Frank high? Like, that's kind of.
Well,
no, I'm
Frank,
just
as the
sleep
designated
deprived.
driver, you have to carry the show going forward. You have to lead us.
Anyway.
Make sure you got the weed open.
The show is also brought to you by our patrons at the Bat Enjoyer tier.
Are you good? You keep tripping over.
We have, and they. Okay, can you not do that?
Sorry.
Anyways, our patrons are My Great Rolls, Van101, Aiden Fitzgerald, Stardust Chaos, Crimson Rose, Mr. SP, and KB.
Hooray!
If you want to
Thank you
also
very
support the show, yeah, thank you very much. If you want to support the show, you can do so with the Patreon link, patreon.com/Sunset City Tip Jar, or you can also become a channel member here on YouTube.
Dylan, stop coughing. He's so fucking sick. He's unwell.
And now,
Yeah.
Dylan coughing.
That's what it is.
And
And
now
now
10
Dylan
minutes
coughing.
of Dylan coughing and clearing his throat.
Listen, my throat is never clear. That's just a thing that happens to me. The coughing is unrelated.
Well, maybe take Sonic
What about
EXE's
the
dick
wheezing?
out of your mouth then.
I'm not wheezing. Oh, you mean like the Pokemon? Sorry, I get it.
Yeah, I've been
Excuse the
playing.
fuck out of me. What did you say to me?
Huh? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
I heard something.
Excuse the fuck out of me. I heard
You're going
something.
crazy, man. I didn't say anything. You're losing your mind.
Man's on thin ice.
Just three guys gaslighting each other.
Isn't that the show?
All right.
Sometimes
well,
it's four.
I guess.
Franken, what's next on the piss? The Wii.
Making sure you don't aim outside of the toilet and flushing when you're done.
Bitch, I mean the document, the internal document. What is the next thing for us to do now that we've introduced?
Well, we can. Well, I was gonna ask you guys. Did you guys see the Chow Tales Halloween?
Today.
I did see the Chow Tales Halloween. Thank you, Frank.
No, I guess I knew it came out, but I guess I just figured I'd see it eventually. Like I'd stumble onto it, you know, like oh okay. Like I'm not really like they're nice animations and they're fun, but I like stuff more. Like if they were making a series with a story in it, like I'd be all over that shit. You know that, like day second.
If it was AI
immediately.
generated, you would have watched it.
Oh, we'll get to that later.
Bullshit.
We'll get to that later.
That's absolute nonsense. But yeah, like Chow Tales, like I liked the original series. It was fun. I liked the other Chow short they did for what was it, Christmas that one time, I think?
They did,
right?
yeah, they did, Chow in Space
maybe
for Christmas.
or no?
Oh yeah, that was Chow in Space. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was
That was
something like
ages ago.
Like I like them. It's just I guess I didn't have any drive to like go seek it out. Just
Dylan,
I'm sure it looks beautiful though. Like
I know
the shots I've seen.
I know you like Dragon Ball. There's a Dragon Ball reference in it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Also, they dropped it in 16:9 this time, so I don't have to win any further arguments.
That's cool.
Yeah, you don't have to watch a vertical video for it. You want me to tell you what the reference is?
Yeah, sure. Sure, go for it.
There's a Chow that is dressed as Chaozu.
Oh, Chaozu. Oh.
Yeah, like
that's cute.
That's great.
Really
I love it.
It's a really cute idea. I mean, I've been seeing so many like nice little ideas and references in this franchise lately. Like the people who work on it definitely love media, and they love this franchise. So I just really appreciate stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, no, Chow Tales Halloween, there's not much to really say about these Chow Tales.
Sorry, since there's not too much to talk about, actually, just sorry, like speaking of that we just mentioned, like the little cameos, little things like that, tiny bit of news, I guess. Spoiler for the Chaotix 30th anniversary special thing.
Oh, yeah.
Nick was very excited to tell us that there's a character that looks a lot like Sally Acorn at the very end of the comic. And, you know, you don't see her face, but she's got like the same boots, same vest, and she has like a daughter or something. She's got like a kid with her.
Though,
and I was like, oh, look, she retired and she has a kid now. Look at that.
The thing is, we've seen quite a few Sally Acorn lookalikes in IDW. Like, there was one in...
Have we?
Yeah, there was one in the Sonic Riders arc as well that looked very much like Sally Acorn.
I feel like
even
maybe it just feels more real now because of the... Remember, like, a bit before, they were like, hey, guys, we actually can confirm this is Bunny and Antoine, like, technically in IDW. Like, this is our version. Remember they said that? And I feel like that kind of opens the floodgates to be like, oh, okay, that's Sally.
I feel
like
the thing is,
that's like her.
As cool as it is that the comics are doing this stuff, it's always just like,
just
God, why is this the circumstance? Like, why do we have to do this?
It's got to be like a super like weird thing about it. And honestly, what I said about the redesign thing, like I don't super love. Like, I guess like you know you can just think about the original designs. It doesn't really matter. But I don't know. I feel like if you redesign a character super drastically, like let's say Sonic, the Sonic Boom, like it's still Sonic, you know. But if you took some of these characters, you know, like you vastly changed them to fit better, it's like okay, then it's going to be a different character.
Yeah, and the thing is, they already kind of succeeded at that in like the later Archie run. Like they gave them designs that fit in really well with the modern cast, and if that wasn't enough, there was the reboot as well, which made them even more in line with the typical Sonic art style aesthetics. So like, it seems almost kind of redundant to like redesign them, unless like they genuinely have like a.
The designs are off limits, maybe. Like
I think so. Like I think if they actually genuinely made Sally Acorn actually appear in a immediately recognizable sense in the IDW comics, obviously that's making a statement, you know. So I think I think
Yeah.
the people that work at IDW are obviously very big fans of Sonic, and a lot of them previously worked on things like Archie as well. I know that Ian Flynn
Yeah.
would
I
love
believe
nothing more.
they care
than-
about it too, for
Yeah,
sure.
and I think Ian Flynn would love nothing more than for Sally Acorn to become canon, and we know that he would love for Styx the Badger to become canon as well. Like, he's working at kind of bringing these things in. He's kind of on the fans' side, whether you like his writing or not. And I think that's a damn good
Which he
thing.
did
and-
respond to recently, actually. Like, Frank shared that. Like, he answered, not to cut too much into it, but he answered a question recently on the podcast he does about his references and how he writes and stuff. And he was
Yes.
like, yeah, I went a bit overboard. You know, and he's
Yeah,
like,
he-
he said
he's-
stuff like, yeah, you know, I figured, you know, it sounded promising. That's my point.
That must have been a while ago because I'm pretty sure he's not allowed to talk about that stuff anymore.
Didn't
No,
didn't
because he
you
talked
just
about it
share
in
that clip
reference
for
to
us? Didn't you send it
Crossroads,
to us?
I think. Didn't he? Like,
Oh, okay. Probably.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong about that.
But
But I've seen the clip as well. And, like, he mentioned, like, yeah, in celebratory games or anniversary titles and stuff like that, he feels it's relevant. And I actually agree with that. I think there are definitely times when it does go
I feel
too
like that's
far.
the time
like,
for it. It's like the Sunset City 200 special. Like, I was like all about references, you know?
well, like,
let's
you
do
know,
it.
sometimes references can be, like, good for, like, making the world feel a bit more lived in. Sonic saying things like, hey, Tangle would enjoy this place is fine. But when he says things like, oh, this grass reminds me of the grass in Green Hill, it's like, dude, it's grass. Let it go. And then there's also, of course, like, without the time stone. My issue with Flynn's writing is not the references at all. In fact, I really do like Ian Flynn as a writer on Sonic. He's done some of the best work in the franchise, but I don't think he's very good with exposition. I think that's a weakness of his. And I think using song lyrics, even if it's an anniversary title, please don't with the song lyrics. It doesn't work. Like, they're not written...
It's kind of cringe.
Yeah, they're not written with the intention to be spoken word. Like, it's like if you take a song and just say it in spoken word. It's kind of hilarious, and, like, you end
Kind of
up
go
with that
Willy
kind of
Shatner
result.
on it.
Yeah, like, the voice actors don't know how to deliver those lines. The directors don't know how to make them deliver those lines. Like,
Over and gone.
that's fine. That's fucking fine, though, and Roger does a great job with that line, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that one was. I was thinking about it. I was like, that one wasn't bad. I didn't think that was a bad one.
I think Knuckles saying that's why I'm the best of them is fine as well, because it sounds natural enough, but, like, you know,
That's
follow
why
me
I'm tougher than
inside,
leather.
outside, through the stratosphere, and I won the happy life of a dream.
Dude, that's like that old animation. I saw like a really old animation a long time ago. I don't remember what it was, but it's all the characters turn super, and you know, like they all have like a catchphrase. And when Knuckles turns super, he goes tougher than leather, and then he's pink, and they make fun of him for being pink.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm just going straight to the SpongeBob episode with like Squidward, Krakatoa.
Yeah, because he has the volcano on his head. And he's like,
Yeah.
Krakatoa.
I was thinking like superheroes with like catchphrases. And like, what an
Yeah,
odd.
Krakatoa.
No, to be
What
fair,
an
that
odd thing
SpongeBob
to
episode with the
reference.
International Justice League of Super Aquatic Creatures was just fucking
The
brilliant.
International League of Super Acquaintances, I think. Or the International Justice League of Super Acquaintances, because the I. He gives the acronym at one point. He says it really fast.
Oh man,
Tom Kenny must have had to do that over and over a lot. That must
classic
be difficult.
SpongeBob, man. Like, Krakatoa.
Freaking love SpongeBob. SpongeBob
But yeah,
is very
like-
funny.
Like imagine Knuckles like out of nowhere tries to say like one of the song lyrics as a catchphrase. I get it on by myself. Everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, actually, Frank, that's very normal most of the time.
Imagine if
I mean, you know,
Knuckles
he-
like jumps up and goes, "Rouge, yeah, she's sexy and smooth."
There's a video idea somewhere here. I think you could definitely animate something like this. I think.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I don't think
I
you'd even
don't
need, you
know.
just need a good Knuckles actor to just dub it over the existing screen, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Frank
It's all
will do it.
canned animation anyway.
I'll do it.
Yeah, Frank will do it.
I won't guarantee quality. I'll guarantee it'll be funny.
Why you do it?
Why do you do it? What do you mean?
Shut up, Dylan.
What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean?
It's
why
funny.
do you
All
do
of
it?
our
What is-
talking poses have like a handout, and it just looks like we're trying to get all toasty by this fire. Feel the fire of I, the flaming fellow. Yeah, what were we talking about again? Like, yeah, Ian Flynn. How did we get onto this? Oh yeah.
Oh, we were talking about
Chaos.
like how like he would put in
No,
like
we're
song
talking about
lyrics
how
for,
like
dialogue.
Sally was kind of in the chaotics
Oh,
and
right,
stuff, and we were talking about how like the comic writers are very much kind of on the side of the fans. And like, yeah, I mean, as well as that, like, I don't know, have you guys read the Knuckles, not Knuckles, the Chaotix 30th anniversary story?
I have not. I was
I
gonna
haven't
go
read
and
it. I've just seen.
I was gonna go to like one of my nearby comic stores and pick it up, but I never got around to it.
It's actually a very good comic, to be honest. Like, it's going kind of like for the smaller stakes thing, which is fine.
Okay.
Like, I think IDW does have kind of an abundance of slice of life stories, but this one, it does cool things with genre. It gives you a good bit of world building, which I think IDW Sonic has sorely needed. And like, it kind of, you know, it keeps Sonic and Amy in the story as well, while having them as side characters. Also, Amy, like, after Crossworlds, like, getting a proper Amy again was such a breath of fresh air. Like,
You don't want Martin Prince?
no, I don't want Martin Prince, Marge Simpson, and any other Simpsons side character rolled into one. I mean, I do, but not
Why
as
not?
Amy Rose. That would be funny.
Inside, outside, and through the stratosphere.
Good God.
Like, I feel like poets don't even talk like that. Like, usually. Like, maybe you go back like 300 years, like, people are talking like that, maybe.
It's not even how people speak; it's just how they wrote it.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Like that's not how you even speak.
But like, yeah, like they had like different like fun little nods as well to like Sonic history stuff. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't read it yet, but like, yeah, like there's a lot of kind of like fan service, but in like cool ways and in small little corners as well. But it's not like that's not what the whole thing hinges on. I think, yeah, like it's just a really cool comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel Barnes also did this one. So if you like Scrapnik Island and one of the stories in the 900th adventure, this is another Daniel Barnes one. And yeah, Daniel Barnes has proven that he knows how to do some really fun stories with the characters that kind of just focus on their personalities a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm done.
All right, Frank, what's next on the docket?
Well, I want to talk about generative AI. I mean, I want to talk about McLaren.
That's not the next thing. That's not the next thing on there.
I know, I'm
What a
just messing
terrible
with
thing
you.
to say.
I'd rather talk about something more fun. Like, did you guys know there was a video game called Sonic Rumble?
What? What's that?
What is that?
It's like this Fall Guys clone. You know, it looks like fun. You know, you get to play through all these different Sonic zones, and you know they all look like toys. It's actually a cool concept. I wish they came up with this before.
Ha! Don't be ridiculous, Frank. They'd never release something like that. That's crazy.
But you're wrong.
What?
Yeah, it's a game called Sonic Rumble, and it will be releasing. I actually didn't see the trailer for that one. What is it? November 5th? Okay.
Yeah.
That was the only. I never saw the trailer.
Well, yeah.
Hi,
coming
I'm a
very
Sonic
soon.
Rumble partner. I'm a Sonic Rumble partner. I haven't seen the trailer yet.
They've also reopened creator applications, so come on, Ruby.
Yeah, so-
come on.
If you are a creator, I believe YouTube or Twitch. I'm not 100% sure who they're bringing in exactly, but
I would just
if
go
you're
check the announcement. Yeah.
yeah, go check the announcement. If you're a creator and you feel like you would qualify for it, even if you don't think you'll qualify, still sign up for it.
There's also been quite a change in aesthetic since like we last saw it. Like the key artwork has gone for a more kind of
Yes.
dynamic look, which one of the people that worked on the games was posting about, like how they've kind of given it a refreshed vibe for the actual worldwide release. So it can actually look like they were kind of building towards something. And we got new stuff in there as well, like the Space Colony arc and the Bio Lizard and stuff like that, which is really cool. Like, and it looks like, you know, they're bringing back some of the events that happened over the course of the online beta test as well. Such as,
Or
I think,
like the soft launch, like how we had the movie event.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
or-
Yeah, the movie event is coming back.
Yeah, and hopefully the Sega stuff, the Sega collaborations or whatever, because I did not do the second wave of it.
There was a second wave?
I think they said they're going to rerun all of the promotions that happened
They
before launch.
they did
I'm
two.
pretty
They
sure
did
that's
two.
what they said.
I think it said most.
They did 2 waves of it. Yeah,
but,
I feel like anything that's like third party, they probably wouldn't be able to get away with. But I think they could do the Sega one again. Like, I mean, what's stopping them?
I mean, is there anything third party that they've done aside from that?
Not yet.
Okay. But yeah. I've joked around and said this is the date the next delay will get announced. But fortunately,
Yeah, I believe
well,
you have
not
a bet.
fortunately, hopefully,
You have like a bet with Dave Ace about it.
Dave Ace says I owe him $100 if it releases on that date. A bit I didn't agree to, but I said I would give him $100 worth of NFT content. So like, yeah.
No.
So Pup
No, it's just
now
it's
has
a,
to
it's a
create.
lot of no, it's a lot of JPEGs. Like it's 200.
Now Pup has to create $100 worth of NFT content.
Yeah, I just have to make a load of JPEGs. Like like simple. I've got loads of those
You got loads of NFTs.
JPEGs.
Ooh, I don't know about that, Pup. I don't know if I I don't know if I'm cool with that.
I don't know if I'm fucking cool with you, to be honest. Like sometimes, like one of these days, Frank. One of these days, into that fire.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Threats on TV?
But wherever it's
Violence
good
in
old-fashioned
movies and
values.
violence on TV.
All right.
So what are we doing next?
Yeah, Frank. What's next?
I don't know. I've been threatened with fire, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Pretend you weren't just threatened with fire. What's next?
Pretend you're not terrified. Do it.
Okay, now we can get into the McLaren stuff. So this is another thing I haven't seen.
Dylan,
be
have you
fair-
seen this?
Yeah, it's nice.
So
I thought it was a neat
if
little
Chow
thing.
Tales had more AI in it, you would have watched it. Is what we've learned here.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that-
kill you. I'm gonna kill
that's-
you.
I mean,
So,
is my
okay.
logic by any means inconsistent?
I'll kill you. Your logic
Okay.
is that of an insane man.
While that is true, it is also true that it does. There has
You have the
been
logic
some-
of the Joker.
There have been some allegations that generative AI was used in the video, and some people have pointed out specific moments where it happened.
My only
And-
want to contribute to that conversation is to just bring some nuance to it, but like at the same time, I think people are completely valid in being disappointed because I am as well. At the same time, there's also a lot going for it too, so it's a really kind of a difficult one to discuss. Like,
Yeah, it's very weird because the thing is that Pup and I looked into this. Well,
I mean,
yeah, we
I
kinda
just
looked into
watched
this a
someone
little-
else look into it and showed you what that was.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of did look more into it. It was like, oh, we were just kind of digging around, and yeah, that person did as well. The name is escaping me right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's I mean, I guess we don't need to even name names, but like, shall we just get started by just kind of talking about the short? I guess if you haven't seen it, Frank.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right, Dylan, you want to just like say what it consists of and your overall like thoughts on the majority of the short, divorced from the AI stuff?
He liked the AI stuff.
Yeah.
He loved the AI stuff.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't.
explain this to
Literally,
me.
I don't even
Chow
understand why they
Tales-
would use AI. Why would they even use AI for that if it's so easy to just put like a fucking skeleton there? Like I don't understand what.
Chow Tales does
Like,
not use AI. Dylan did not watch it. McLaren X
Oh my God.
Sonic uses a little bit of AI.
All right,
Dylan
here,
was
you want to know a
all over
secret?
it.
I was lying to you. I actually didn't see the short. I was just lying through my teeth, and that's why I haven't answered you yet. I
Nah,
have
the,
no
the
idea what
reality
the
is he
short
watched the other one because it's live action. He only likes live action things.
No, I literally have seen one clip. I didn't actually watch it. I saw the part that people were complaining about, and that's it.
Why
And you're like,
fuck
dude,
you?
what's the big
Oh my
deal?
god, you guys make my job so difficult. All right, fine, I'll talk.
I
about
lied
it
to you
then.
because I was nervous. Yeah,
Why are you nervous?
He
What's
gets
wrong with
nervous
you?
when
because I
you.
didn't watch it.
What? Shut
Because
up.
I don't want to
Alright.
look. I don't want to look bad in front of everyone.
All right, so the McLaren thing
know.
then is it's a little short where like Sonic and Tails are given a tour of the McLaren like factory workplace thing, and like Sonic
Where are they making the McLaren factory?
yeah, Sonic gets a little taste of like the the history of the races and stuff, and he enjoys that end of things, while Tails loves the mechanics. So like while Sonic is being shown around, and he meets a guy called I think Oscar Pasty or something. Oscar Pasty. And it's really funny because he's like a racer, but he's not an actor, and you end up with the most funny deadpan line deliveries from him opposite Sonic. But like Sonic is giving him advice on how to play the game, and it's full of charm. And then like Tails on the other hand is like, hey, here's an idea for a vehicle. He sketches it out, and like Tails is really nicely characterized in the animation, which is great. There's a bit where they use like the wind tunnel to experience like the G-forces, and Tails' fur gets blown all over the place, and when he shakes it off, his head transitions to like a Genesis sprite to then to the Sega Saturn model, and then back to regular Tails and stuff. And it's just got so many nice creative decisions in there, which is why it's such a shame that there is a bit of a blemish on this one. And I think I was actually on the stream with Penguin, Tevid, and Tom yesterday. We noticed there's some other things that might have been AI as well, such as like where Sonic is like spin dashing. It's like a 2D graphic now, but some of the squiggles on it don't really conform to any sense of logic. I'm a little bit suspicious of the giant jet engine on the back of one of those cars because it does look a bit visual spaghetti. At the same time, I'm not a mechanic and I don't want to say for definite with that. But one thing that I'm fairly certain of is there's a point where Sonic's wireframe is up on a screen while he's doing the G-force test. And it's this really janky, horrible wireframe. And, like, I would have just thought this was an awful model at first. And that's, like, apparently the director has spoken out and said, yeah, no, that was just a model that we took into Retopo and Blender or whatever and made it look as jank as possible. But the thing is, like, the wireframe on the floor doesn't even make any sense. Like, the general, like, grid of it. So there's just, like, there's things where, like, yes, bad topology can exist and stuff like that, but it's clearly not an in-engine 3D wireframe thing. In-engine, I don't know what the term I'm looking for is. In-program.
Wasn't there also a thing where like I pointed out, it's like, oh hey, there's like a smaller version of Sonic when they showed the wireframe. Like if you look on the top right of it, there's also another Sonic that's like very inconsistent. Like the arms are bigger on one side than the other, like
to
much
be fair,
bigger.
that is actually kind of correct to the one that's on screen as well. One arm is up higher than the other on the one in the center as well. But, like, there was also people saying, like, are they teasing a new model here? And it's like, if that was the new model, you wouldn't want it, trust me. You'd much rather just stick with the model that we have. But, like, yeah, no, it's, like, it's one where it's, like, okay, if it's not AI generated, then there's an impressive level of jank and inconsistency here. And hats off to whoever actually fucking managed to make something that inconsistent. That just gets worse the more you look at it. But I'm not quite convinced, and a lot of other people aren't either. And it does turn out that a lot of the post-production effects were handed over to, I can't remember the name of the company, but it's a company
Outsiders.
that's like an editing house that specializes in kind of AI-assisted workflows and stuff like that. So the chances are there are some little... Go on, Frank. Sorry.
The company is called Outsider.
Outsider, yeah. So the chances are there's little peripheral details and stuff that are probably AI generated. But then there's the stuff that has been shot and the stuff that I suspect might be my Marza, maybe, of just the characters animating. And that stuff's all wonderful. So it is a shame because the AI stuff is ultimately a small blemish on a wonderfully charming little project.
Oh, okay. I'm watching it now and I see exactly what you mean about the wind tunnel.
Yeah, where you see like What do you mean by wind tunnel? As in, like, I know what you mean by wind tunnel, but, like, do you mean, like, the wireframe of Sonic?
Wait,
Frank?
Oh, did I miss? I didn't see the wireframe stuff.
Oh, because the stuff in the
like,
wind tunnel is fine.
Oh, okay. I don't know, like, I am noticing, like, little things, oh god, there's a point where Sonic was either standing or posing or whatever, but there was like part of his I guess where it goes from like his head to one of his spikes, it just looks, or quills, looks really weird.
Can you send me the picture?
Okay, let me see if I can get that to you.
It could just be iffy posing. I think that's one thing is, like, I think people do need to understand that iffy posing is a thing that can happen.
Yeah, if that's the case, then
I do a bit of it myself.
Then it's not worth bringing up.
Yeah, it's the main thing that I'm just concerned about is the topology on the Sonic model in the thing. And also, like, when he's spin dashing around, that's like a 2D graphic, but, like, the swirlies on the spin ball don't really make any sense on it. And that could just be, you know, not well drawn, but I don't know why a human would think to draw it that way. Like, sometimes it's just, like, lacking in artistic logic. Now, for people, like, I think a lot of people are not sure how to feel about this. And I'll put it this way, like, because, like, people are saying maybe Sega's not to blame. I'm just gonna say, let's just accept that this is the situation here. Like, yeah, there's AI usage in it. Sega and McLaren have both okayed it. And, like, Sega even put a statement out earlier saying that there will be use of some AI tools in their creations now going forward. And people said, oh my god, I can't believe they were actually serious about this. Like, guys, they're not just going to put out a press release for fucking shits and giggles. Especially not one that could actively harm their PR like that. It's something that they're serious about. What I will say is, in this instance, this probably isn't something that's cost anyone a job. Like, no one's necessarily getting paid to pull up a wireframe in Blender, get a picture of it, and send it over. They've probably just done that as a shortcut. And I would say that's within enough, about as comfortable of an area for AI usage to be at as there can be, and in my opinion. That doesn't represent everyone here. But honestly, I'd prefer if there were no AI in it whatsoever, obviously. But I'm also seeing the writing on the wall. It's a genie that's not going back in its lamp anytime soon.
Yeah, like way too many companies are adopting it and everything.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But it's like, I've seen, like, the AI-generated Coca-Cola commercial, and this is not that level. Like, this is just a quick...
Yeah, no. That was just an abomination.
Yeah, it was. Like, there's so many, like, AI... Like, that was the thing, as I was showing you guys, like, the AI Coca-Cola commercial and stuff like that. And, like, actual AI-generated stuff, which is, I'd say, 1,000 times more egregious, because then there actually are people losing out on commission and jobs and stuff like that. I mean, if you want my genuine opinion, just, like, from me, taking all nuance aside, I would really rather we not see any AI in anything at all. Like, artist-wise,
Yeah.
in terms of this kind of stuff, I'd really rather we didn't. But... you know, at the end of the day, it's inevitable now. Like, it's over. There will still be jobs.
Say, like,
there will still be economies and stuff, but, like, it's going to be a thing that's in people's toolkits now.
I was gonna say, and Pup, you will probably like immediately know what I'm talking about. It's like visual, like to the average person, it's probably not going to be as noticeable because it's not going to be like they used AI for like visual effects, like a certain Power Rangers collaboration.
Yeah.
Where it's like instantly noticeable.
Where there's like loads of it, where it's like in like integral play. This was a superfluous moment, basically, just a very quick blink and you'll miss it superfluous thing. And it could even just be them testing the waters. It could just be like, hey, throw in one AI thing and see if people notice it, see how ready this is. And maybe all this response has been very good, and like, as in, what I mean by very good is, they've seen the complaints, maybe that's the case. I don't know. Like,
will they get as much backlash if they slowly start to use bits of it?
Yeah, I think,
like I said, boiling the frog.
Yeah, just keep being honest about AI where you see it. It doesn't mean you have to throw the entire thing out. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy media anymore. There's probably going to be a lot of movies that I really end up enjoying that are going to use it here and there, and I'm going to call it out every time.
There's an expression. Yeah, there's an expression, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks, obviously, and like Pup said, you wish that it wouldn't happen, but what are we gonna do to stop like Netflix from doing this shit? Or like, we just don't watch it. Like, that's what you do. Like, it's gonna happen. Just don't interact. Don't do anything with it. Just show them that it's bad. With your wallet. Show them with your wallet.
There was a movie though called Late Night with the Devil, which released in 2023. It starred David Desmalchian. It's a great movie. At its initial release, so basically, like, it's like a late night talk show thing, so they'll have like those "be right back" sign things come in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in its initial release, they were AI generated, and there was a lot of pushback towards it. And they fixed it in the end. Like, they redid those.
We're also seeing. Didn't we? Wasn't there also pushback when they used James Earl Jones, like an AI voice for like Darth Vader in Fortnite?
Yeah, the thing with that, though, is James Earl Jones has signed off on AI recreations of his voice.
And then there was also the Stan Lee one.
The Stan Lee one's weird.
That's
Yeah, the Stan Lee one is,
foolish.
in my opinion, 10 times worse, because
they're
the Stan
both
Lee one...
gross, but...
Yeah, so we start to see, like, AI and ethics, brought up more and more these days.
But that's another thing, is like, so, for example, with Devil All the Time, they went back and they addressed it. And I think even if it had that AI in there, the film is still good. That's just a very bad blemish. That's just one thing that I'm not happy about.
Yeah.
Like, a good film
it's the
is still
same
going
thing
to
as
be
if
a good
you
film.
hate some part of a game, right? Like, it's not like the same exact thing, but it's the same thing as not like, oh, I don't like big story in Sonic Adventure.
I guess the thing is that AI has way more...
I don't hate the rest of the game.
AI has way more consequences and repercussions than a Big the Cat side story. So I think, like, that's
it does.
why
I'm
there's
just
still
trying
a
to
lot
relate
more
it to, like,
discomfort.
what someone might understand.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
I
guess this is general of, like, this is also a thing for, like, just everybody and everything. Because I do think sometimes people are like, you are either 100% positive or you are 100% negative, and there's like
There's
no in
place for
between.
nuance.
And it's like, It's like no. You can definitely hate parts of something and love other parts, and you can hate parts for certain reasons that other people don't agree with, or you can, you know what I'm saying? Like you can hate the AI parts and not still hate like the entire game. Like if they put an AI texture in there somewhere, it's like, hey, that sucks, and they should know that it sucks. But like if Pokemon has 2 AI textures in the whole like 80,000 texture game, then what am I gonna do about it, really? Like what do I care at the end of the day? I guess.
I mean, it's probably going to look similar to a lot of their other textures because let's be real, Pokemon textures don't look great.
Pokemon, it would probably look better, honestly. They'd probably look really out of place.
Why do these look sharp but the rest of it's blurry? What the fuck?
They're like really weird and smudgy, but they actually look like they're HD, which is different for Nintendo.
I might as well bring
not
this
that
up.
Nintendo's doing that. That was a bad example because Nintendo already said they're not doing that. So
speaking of games implementing like some kind of AI for like this is more for like upscaling. The game Scarface: The World Is Yours, there was a listing for it on Steam, and they did say that they were going to have like an AI upscaled like texture pack thing, so you can play it. It's supposed to be like higher quality, but it's optional.
Yeah,
I mean, people have been doing that for
AI,
years. Like that's
AI upscaling doesn't have the same moral questions. I think like AI upscaling, you can't really upscale it any other way. Unless you want it to be incredibly painstaking. However, there are still issues with that too. I think AI upscaled stuff should always be at least an option and not like, a forced thing. You could compare it to the. You remember Ken Penders was like, "I'm gonna have these comics redrawn and re-released." It's kind of like that, except I mean that wasn't AI, obviously. You know, I mean, it's like obviously like I just intend to make this bit quick, just but like it look different for no reason. There's a new box set of Blu-ray like classic Doctor Who stuff where they used AI upscaling on it, and like it's kind of ruined it because it's like the AI has overcompensated in a lot of areas. And you can very much tell the thing has been regenerated by the AI. Like for example, Tom Baker, the Doctor, British man had British teeth, but the AI gave him regular teeth. Like you know what I mean? Wait, what? Wait a minute. I thought they just AI upscaled it. How
they modified his teeth.
Yeah, well, they AI upscaled it, and the AI has clearly overcompensated. So, for example, characters who don't have straight teeth now have straight teeth, and there's like soldiers who have been around in like the mud and stuff. But if you look closely at their fingernails, it looks like they've had a mani-pedi because the fucking AI has tried to make it look nicer.
It's trying to pull from things that it's not. You know, funny,
it
Dylan,
no longer has any of that natural filmic grain to it. It no longer has that texture.
It's not just upscaling. Then it's doing other things. That's
really upscaling. Yeah. Upscaling is the regeneration of the image, basically.
Yeah,
like it's not just a filter that goes over it. It's a different.
That is the downside you get. That is the downside to getting like AI upscaling is that it's also going to try and like correct things. What I was going to say is like
see what I was you talk. Sorry.
There was a thing with like sometimes, you know, your average person's not going to care about it. I have a perfect example about that. Recently, the NBA started broadcasting on NBC again, and one of the things, or there are two things that people really miss about it. The original voiceover, the man who did the voiceover for it, and the original music that they played for it. They got the original music, but the person they got to do the voiceover, he died like 8 years ago. So they got the okay from the from his family to do basically a deep fake of his voice to like do like broadcasts and promos. So like, oh, it's the Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder or something like that. That's the first one I have in my mind. So they'll let him do that, and it seems like most people don't care. Which
it's one that the general public isn't necessarily massively educated about. It's just something that, like, as I've mentioned before,
I think that's more for like nostalgia. I think that's mostly because of nostalgia.
I think also, Joe, I just wanted to point out, like, just because we're on the subject of AI, just to give it a bit of reassurance, or to give everyone a bit of reassurance. It's never going to replace true like filmmaking or anything like that, because it can't. You need to make films. You need filmmakers, you know. Like otherwise, that's like saying a camera can make a movie. A camera can't just make a movie, you know. And like if you look at a lot of like these AI generated things, they don't have filmmaking sensibility or filmmaking philosophies to them. They might mimic what filmmaking is, but they never quite get there. And people notice a difference, and it sucks. Just the output sucks People will go see less movies if they're not well made, you know? And like you can tell, you know, an AI direct a movie like Sam Raimi, it doesn't actually know how to truly direct a movie like Sam Raimi can, because Sam Raimi's Sam Raimi. You know, you can't just recreate a person's entire philosophy towards filmmaking using AI generation. So what happens next? They have AI in Hollywood, but now they need artists to use it, but the artists object to using it, and it's a dead end. It's a stalemate. I think AI is always going to be a thing now. You're going to see certain elements, maybe just work that people don't want to do, get finished up by AI. But I don't think we're going to have this big... I think there will be a crash at one point. There's going to be a point where Hollywood is really experimenting with this and goes too far, but there's a way back.
It's going to hit a ceiling. There's a ceiling for how much of it you can get away with.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't say that it's work that people don't want to do. It's like work that companies don't want to waste human resources on.
That can also be true.
Oh God, I think I had a... No, I didn't. I was like,
oh,
there was
a job
like
that you enjoy. There's always that one part of the job where it's like, I wish I could just hand this off to a personal robot. But like, even then, I still think, you know, those jobs should be open to people that are willing to do them.
Audio editing. I fucking hate it.
If I could get a small robot to share the links to this show on Twitter and Blue Sky and YouTube, and
that's me. I just did that when you asked me. What are you
Dylan is Dylan AI.
No, it's not what I mean. That's not what I mean, bitch. What I mean is when I put the posts up on the Blue Sky of Sunset City and the Twitter of Sunset City and the YouTube community feed, I wish I could just let someone else do that and just sit here and eat my dinner. Like,
that's the equivalent of having like a Discord. That's like the equivalent of having a Discord bot and having that share it whenever you go live on something.
The thing is, technically, that's AI as well. That is AI. It's just like the big problem is AI making the art. There should be no AI artistry.
Yeah, I remember when all of the Sora 2 videos started coming out, and I saw one on like I guess they were trying to recreate Sonic 2 or another one trying to recreate Mario 64. It's never gonna get it, because it has something resembling an idea, but it's not going to be able to make a video recreating footage of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's not going to get it because it wouldn't be able to know where things are exactly.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like there's that I showed you guys, there's that AI trailer for Avengers Doomsday. And like the fidelity's there. Like, that's the likeness of the people. The people look correct. They've got all the right fingers, and the backgrounds are very high fidelity, too. But they're all just sat there waiting for the bus. Like, there's a bit where Captain America is just aimlessly patting his shield. Like, and it's like, what's under here? What is this? Like, it looks bad, because it's just like a horribly directed movie.
It's funny to think that the Sonic Progressive commercial is the best 3D animated one.
I mean...
Because it's all done by art. Like, even like the little trail effect that you get.
The thing is, though, the animation in like that's the thing is at the forefront of that McLaren thing is the animation of Sonic and Tails, which is wonderfully done. Like it's so good in that trailer. Tails is so full of character. He's got this childlike energy to him that we haven't really seen a lot of. Like there's so much charm to the stuff that people made. So in the end, the AI is just a blemish on an otherwise really lovely little short film.
Like the Sonic and Tails one, like when they're in the wind tunnel, it kind of reminds me of if you ever go on YouTube and you go to your creator studio and it has like, oh, inspiration, and it'll give you video ideas, but it'll also give you like generated thumbnails. It reminds me of that. Like the shading and everything looks exactly like that.
But the thing is, when they're in the wind tunnel, that's not AI. That's not the
I know. It's just very. That's why I was like, it's weird to tell what is and isn't unless it's being pointed out to you. Obviously, the wireframe is something that we can argue it, most likely is, but everything else, it's like, it kind of resembles what you would normally get with AI generated images, but also at the same time, it could just be how they did it. You never know.
Like you could genuinely create the absolute mess that is that Sonic model, and you could even you could even make a floor to it and fuck the wireframe on the floor up, just so you end up with it like it is in the thing. But why would you wouldn't think to do that? Like no human, like there's an element of psychology to this. No human would think, I'm going to put a floor down, make the topology bad, and then look at it in wireframe view. Oh boy.
Oh man, I was
Um,
gonna try and I was gonna try and see if I could get like one of these fake ideas to kind of like take a screenshot and show you what I mean, but apparently not. It just wants to give me drawn 2D assets that still look wrong, but none of it's in like a 3D. They're not
What's
using like
disillusioning?
like a fake 3D model.
What's disillusioning to me as well is like I remember adverts for like Envato elements, and it would be like, look at all this footage we got on our website. Look at all this footage. We got footage like bears and shit and trees and that. And then there was like footage crate, and it was like, oh, titles and thumbnails, oh, so easy, presets and stuff. Look at all this. Fast forward a couple of years, because those were like their pandemic era ads. Fast forward to now, at the center of all their ads is, check out our AI image generator and stuff. And I'm like, you guys are a big part of the problem. Like, you guys need to go.
They really are.
I'm fed up with you
You're
guys.
ruining it, Gary.
Yeah, so it's just, yeah, like, it's a good animation. It's a good little short. It's just, it's sadly indicative of the way things are going in a couple of patches. But at least it's not the AI Power Rangers, where like all of the VFX were AI. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I knew that would set you off a little bit.
Yeah, because they've gone absolutely fucking ham with it. But anyway, I reckon Dylan is probably itching to tell us a little story he's written for our Halloween special.
All
now
right,
that
let's
he's
go.
in a wonderful mood.
What? Whoa.
Wait, before you do, you know what? This might be a little relevant because it is about like a script. There are these YouTube channels that have like AI generated retro game reviews, and the way they try to describe these games is ridiculous. Like no human being would ever write it this way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh God. Well, give me a minute because there was a video I was watching on it, and somebody was like, and they were kind of pointing out like why this is like one really dumb and two like really funny at the same time because no person speaks this way. And I think they described one of the games as that this game is full of engaging storylines, colorful visuals, and memorable characters, setting the stage for an epic adventure with humor and breath and some other stuff. It's like, dude, who the fuck speaks like this?
Jesus
What
Christ.
are you talking about, dude? Bro's yapping.
That was supposed to, yeah, it's like, it's an AI game review.
Yeah, bro yapping as fuck.
Go on, Garrulus. You want to read your little story, don't you?
I do want to read my little story.
Yeah,
so today,
I'd rather hear the real story.
So the idea was we were going to write like a Sonic creepypasta story and then Pop backed out.
I didn't back out. I just... we'll
no,
get
you
to
did.
my
You
thing.
texted me today, said, hey, I'm backing out.
No, we'll get to my thing, bitch. I did not say... How dare you?
So I wrote a story. So could you put the music on, please?
Okay, where's this music?
I put it in Backrooms, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let me put this on. We might have an ad first. No, we don't. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
You don't have premium?
I do.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you, yes.
All right, here we go. All right, so for ambience, please do not speak until the end of the tale. Thank you. All right. I call this one. Also, I want to mention something. In the story, I call Dreamcast VMUs memory cards. It's because it's from the perspective of a child. The child doesn't know shit. That's why I call them that. Just so you know, I don't want to hear in chat, "Oh, they're VMUs." Don't tell me that, okay? I know. Just saying. Anyway, the story tonight is called Sonic Adventure Imprisoned. I don't know what to do with these thoughts. Calling into question something I know so well has shaken the very foundation on which I had formed my life. That's a lot of big words to throw around about a video game about a fast blue creature, but these things become more than just pieces of media to some of us. Sometimes they're all we have in a world of fear and pain. I'm getting ahead of myself. You can call me Nate. I'm 34 years old, and I've been blocking out a memory regarding something I hold extremely close to my heart. If you guessed Sonic the Hedgehog, based on my previous paragraph, congratulations! You can follow context clues. Sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just, I'm not sure. I'm a rational person. I always have been. But have you ever stared something in the face that you couldn't rationalize? How would your brain handle it? I'd never thought about it before, but I suppose my coping mechanism was repression. A memory so startlingly hard to rationalize that it was either forget it entirely or never stop thinking about it. Thanks for choosing the right path, brain. Sonic Adventure is something I can look to in times of crisis. I've done many a playthrough of Sonic. I've done many a playthrough of Sonic's first 3D outing when, recovering from bouts of illness, or getting over a breakup, or struggling to deal with the stresses of everyday life, so to speak. I could always turn on the Dreamcast and remember that it doesn't matter. At least, that's how I used to feel. Recently, I've gained the full-time job of attempting to find a full-time job, and after weeks of rejection and radio silence, really wondering why I bothered to get that degree, by the way, I had a slip. I broke. Bills, family, trouble, exercise, eating healthy. What about happiness, huh? When does that come into play? Throwing my coat to its usual resting place on the floor beside my bed, I sank down to a sitting position and reached my hand out, eyes closed, index finger on autopilot to its most frequent destination. Click. The Dreamcast. I was gonna make a video and have like sound effects and stuff, but I didn't have enough time. So there would have been a Dreamcast sound effect here, like the, like the boot up. My left arm hugged my knees close to my chest as my eager ears waited for an all too familiar. And then same thing here. I have loud in all caps because I would have played the title screen here.
Yes.
As you do. As if it were the blanket that kept you warm as a child, the explosion of noise blasting through my speakers brought me relief, drowning out the stressed voice in my head for a moment, allowing me to take a breath and release some of the tension I'd been holding prisoner in my body. Prisoner. My eyelids, formerly resting softly together, snapped open at once. Yeah, I've been feeling like a prisoner, but I don't see my heart's racing. I was excited to play my favorite game, sure, but this is the something's wrong kind of heart racing. I clicked through the menus to reach trial mode, attempting to shake the residual stress that was clearly still eating away at me. If you're unfamiliar, trial mode allows you to choose a character and play any of their stages without having to go through their entire story. Usually, I'd play the gauntlet of Sonic's levels and maybe some Gamma if I was really wanting to blow shit up. Today was a Sonic day, for sure. Emerald Coast, Twinkle Park, Red Mountain. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. So altogether, a full novel's worth of memories flashed their way through my mind. I said I was a rational person, but that doesn't mean I'm in control of my emotions. I sat bolt upright and turned off the Dreamcast without thinking. My brain felt like it got slapped by a live wire as a primal fear climbed its way out of the recesses of my brain. Red Mountain? The prison? What did I see that night? And what did I try to forget? Break. Alright, what do you think so far?
So far, yeah, it's unsettling. He's playing Sonic Adventure, and it's unsettling. How could that be? It's a safe game.
How could this happen?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we delve into... I had a really tough time trying to figure out how to delve into the memory, so I literally just put a dash in the middle of the page and just jumped to the next. So this is this is what we see in our mind. What our memory was. It was a cold Friday evening when the phone in the kitchen began to ring. I always liked ripping the thing off its perch on the wall and greeting whoever was calling, but my mom told me to stop doing that because sometimes the callers would think they got the wrong number and hang up, and the calls could be important. Waiting to see if my parents would follow through on that conversation, the phone rang once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. 4 is the magic number, I remember. 4 rings, and then I can answer. That's what they said. I leapt up from my place in front of the TV and caught the phone just before its 6th and final ring sounded. Hello, that was a close one. I almost missed you. Nate? Nate, is that you? It's Josh! My friend Josh said, with his mouth way too close to the phone. Oh, it's Josh. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess I would have been getting the phone either way then. Josh is my best friend from school. We both like the same games, and we got picked on by all the tall kids, so we work together to fend them off, and it's less frustrating that way. Nate, I got the game you told me about, and I need help beating a level. It's one of the ones with the pink girl and the bird. Can you come over and show me how to win? Oh, he got Sonic Adventure. I told him that was my new favorite game of all time. Even better than the old Sonic games. Excitedly, I yelled back into the receiver, yeah, I can help. I'll bike over soon, and I'll bring my memory card too, so you can see all the new stuff I want, if you want. This was not an offer of goodwill. I, in my sneaky brain, felt that Josh would think of all my progress as really cool, and think that I was cool too. Plans were crafted, and parents were informed. After hours, I was biking with my backpack full of sleeping bag and excitement down the street to Josh's big blue house. I always liked Josh's house more than mine. I think it's because it's different, though, and I live at my house every day, and only get to see Josh's house sometimes. That and his mom buys better snacks. Oreos in the pantry every time I visit. It's like heaven. Josh threw open the side door with a big smile on his face. He held up his controller, which he'd unplugged from the console for some reason, and was now carrying around the house like he'd forgotten where to plug it in.
Did you say he threw up?
Threw open.
No.
Oh, threw
open.
Okay, proceed, sorry.
He threw up everywhere, and his head spun in circles.
Awesome.
All right. So, he held his controller, which he'd unplugged from the console for some reason, and was now carrying around the house like he'd forgotten where to plug it in. Maybe his Dreamcast brought him as much comfort as mine used to. Now, this wasn't just any sleepover. Josh's parents had promised to order a pizza for dinner, and we had soda. Yeah, scratch that like heaven quote. This is the Garden of Eden, because I'll be eating all that pizza pretty soon. My adult mind winced about having remembered this incredibly stupid joke. I didn't even say it out loud. I must have been really proud to lock that one down in my steel trap of a brain. Anyway, hours of laughter and red sauce-stained shirts later, Josh and I were in sleeping bags on his bedroom floor. He just booted up his Dreamcast and plugged the controller in, and handed it to me with an expression, or with expectation in his eyes. Now that I was full of pizza, I could do anything. Turns out, Josh was stuck on the level where Zero the robot is chasing Amy through a big mechanical level. There's a lot of puzzles. Josh watched as I collected the colored cubes and dropped them in the matching holes. Him quietly kicking himself for not being able to find that last one. In the room ahead, I knew there was going to be a jump scare where Amy thinks she's safe, but Zero explodes out of the TVs to try and scare you. Being careful to hide the Grinch-like smile that was forming on my face, I handed him back the controller and said, "Oh, I need to sneeze. Here, you take over." I hid my mouth and my nose in my hands, almost in prayer pose, but I was just making sure to hide my laughs. As Josh looked around the room, he approached the center. One by one, the TV screens changed to show the intimidating form of Zero before wham! Josh let out a yelp and dropped the controller.
Whoa.
It hit the carpeted floor with a dull sound, and as I began to laugh, I could hear the footsteps coming down the hall from Josh's parents' room. Darn, we've been too loud. We're always too loud for Josh's parents. It's a throwback to the worst thing to happen during a sleepover, if anyone remembers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck, the parents woke up, oh shit! You know,
Yeah,
anyway.
it's the worst.
After
getting a fucking
you pretend to be
TV remote
asleep, you're
held
like,
at my
oh,
head.
fuck.
That could make for a good indie horror game.
Yeah, don't wake the parents.
They kind of did that in, that also, but in WarioWare, for the Wii U, I don't remember what it was called, Game & Wario, I think. They had a thing like that, where you're the kid and you're playing games and you're trying to avoid your mom finding out you're still awake. But anyway. After a brief check-in and a highly encouraged go to sleep, Josh turned the volume off on the TV and quickly finished the stage so he could save his progress. I felt a little bad for making them yell at Josh, but Josh is always a crybaby, so, you know, I'm sure he'll get over it quickly. Yeah, fuck Josh. Not like any real harm was done anyway. He was just a goof. Josh got up and flicked the lights and raced back to his sleeping bag, covering himself head to toe to avoid being seen by the shadow creatures his mind convinced him were there. And before long, I could hear his soft breathing confirming that he was out like a light. As always. See, that one's not too hard to explain because... Oh, hold on. He was out like a light, as always. See, that's not hard to explain because out like a light makes sense to everyone. Unless you don't have electricity, I guess. I would hate to not have electricity. My parents told me once that if I was born 10 years earlier, I would have never survived. Hours pass. My mind racing as I turned back and forth trying to find a comfortable sleeping position. Challenge level impossible when on the floor of your friend's house. Josh hadn't even gotten me a spare pillow before he conked out. Never changed, Josh. never change. I can't see the clock on the wall, but I think the hands are pointing somewhere between the 3 and 4, so it was early. Or late. Depends on how you think, I guess. Knowing that insomnia is in charge tonight, I sit up, exhausted but wide awake. My eyes want nothing more than to slide shut. But when I can't sleep, I look over at the Dreamcast that Josh's parents somehow let him keep in his room. If my parents made that mistake, they'd lose me to that room, I swear. Carefully making sure the television hadn't suddenly turned the volume up on itself, I was able to avoid the ear-blasting majesty of my favorite game. Slotting my memory card to Josh's controller, all of my saves from back home appeared. What an awesome feature. This console's the best thing ever, and it will be remembered as such, I'm sure. I'm sorry, Dreamcast fans. I loaded myself into the adventure field as Sonic, and the game dropped me into the Mystic Ruins. It was strange viewing this familiar world without the accompanying sounds and songs, but I knew them all well enough to still hear everything in my head. I didn't have a goal in mind, I just thought I'd run around until the sting of the TV screen made my eyes hurt enough to go to sleep. Spin dashing, jumping, and rolling around eventually leads me to the entrance to Angel Island, past the area where you go to the ice cap zone. There's another level called Red Mountain over there, and I remember the name because it's 2 words and it's easy. Nothing better to do, I guide the spinning blue blur into the gateway. Now, Red Mountain's always been a bit of a favorite of mine. It's not just a cool mountain. It's also got this really neat cave section full of magma and giant spiders. Side note, I know it's magma and not lava, because lava is on the Earth's surface, and magma is what you call it when it's underground. Speeding through the outdoor section, I finally dragged Sonic into the cavern, hoping to accomplish my goal of finishing the level without taking any damage at all. That was my new personal goal, now that I beat the game a few times over and got bored with raising Chow. This would be the most challenging part. With so many obstacles to get in the way, and the floor is literally magma, sorry. Using spin dash jumps and some careful homing attacks, I was racing closer to the end of the level when all my momentum... Cut. Scene. Take 2. Using spin dash jumps and some careful homing attacks, I was racing closer to the end of the level when all of my momentum ceased at a sight I hadn't ever come across.
That's scary.
You see,
genuinely scary. Is this Sonic 4?
Momentum.
It is. You see, in Red Mountain's cave section, there's a famous set piece featuring a prison cell and a set of odd, ghoulish prisoners. I mean, that on its own was always curious to me, but nothing could have prepared my inquisitive little brain for what I saw when I got here this time. I'd played this game at least 4 times all the way through, raised Chow for countless hours, and explored every possible nook and cranny with Sonic, but I'd never seen the prison door open before. I looked over to Josh, who had flipped onto his side and was now drooling on the floor, not even using his pillow at all. Yeah, I could have used that, Josh, but okay. How Josh had managed to unlock this new part of the game when he was requesting my expertise to finish an admittedly easy level, I have no idea. I could feel a desire to wake and grill him about this secret when I realized this was my save data. Could playing on Josh's console have unlocked some kind of secret friend-locked area that I'd never heard about? My eyes shone so brightly they could have lit up the darkness around me as I guided Sonic into the formerly locked prison cell. It was much deeper than it looked from the outside. Not a simple holding cell, but a veritable ballroom for convicts. Hold on, that's right, the convicts. The prisoners? Where did they go? Oh, duh, I think to myself. Obviously, if the cell door is open, the prisoners would have just left, otherwise they'd get locked up again. Content with this explanation in my mind, I kept running into the seemingly infinite distance. I felt a yawn sneak its way up my throat when I had to face facts. This new area was a dud. I'd been running for at least 10 minutes in a straight line, even doing some spam spin dashes for good measure. But not a single badnik, or goodnik for that matter, showed their face. Deciding it was time to turn around and finish the stage, I reluctantly flipped Sonic in the other direction, ready for the long run back, when I was met with the sight of prison bars. Immediately, upon turning around, Sonic was right back where we started, but the gate that allowed me entry was closed.
Oh, shit.
Moving Sonic closer to the bars, I hoped I could simply walk through them from this side, but no, they were solid, just like from the other side. When had it closed? Why hadn't I heard... Oh, right, there's no volume. So, Sonic is stuck in here? Okay, I'll just I'll pause and leave the level, or I guess that's what I would have done if the pause menu was working. Ugh, this is stupid. Josh's Dreamcast must be overheating because we used it all day. Ugh, I moved my hand to the power button, ready to release Sonic from his cage, when I noticed movement out of the corner of my eye. Looking up at the screen, the camera had flipped around to show Sonic behind bars, standing and staring out at nothing. His idle animation decreased in speed until his body was barely moving. And that's when I saw the hands. All along the hedgehog's form, the shadowy visage of dozens of hands reaching for his eyes, pulling his arms and legs towards the floor, locking him in place like an action figure. Before the hands obscured his face completely, I recognized a quick flash of fear in his eyes before his light blue fur begins to darken. No, fade. Sonic's body grows hazy as the emerald green eyes of the prisoners emerge from the darkness to become the only pinpricks of light on screen. Sonic was basically gone at this point. I didn't know what I was looking at, but I'd seen enough of it. I hit the power button and the screen turned off. I sit there in the dark as the TV's faint buzzing trails off. What was that? Secret game over cutscene? Had I triggered something in the level that I'd never found before? My brain was firing on all neurons. I'm not asleep, it's not a dream. I know I'm not. Why did... mumbling to myself didn't give me any answers. I knew the only thing that would was... I looked back at the Dreamcast. Within a few moments, the screen jumped back to life and I was hovering over Red Mountain again. The level loaded, but after the title card, I was placed directly at the last view I'd seen. The prison bars stood firm and the prisoners were back. But this time there was a smaller figure among them. It's a figure with vaguely hedgehog-like proportions. I paused the game and exited the level, which it allowed me to do this time. And I tried selecting Emerald Coast instead, but I was met with an incorrect buzzer sound. The same followed suit with every stage but Red Mountain, where I'd just be forced to observe the prisoners in their endless dance of captivity. Somehow I had lost Sonic to these spirits. I dropped him right into their waiting hands, and now I didn't know what to do aside from... In the main menu, I navigated to the options and prepared to delete my file. The previously completed save was now missing the S icons to denote the completion of Sonic's stories, reflecting how Sonic was now trapped, or worse. My save was wiped with no issue, and just for peace of mind, I checked Josh's save, and Sonic had returned and was playable in all stages, but I had to know about the prisoners. Were they free in Josh's save file? Was his save file in danger of being ruined as well? The trek through Red Mountain felt like it took ages, but I realized it was partially my fault for intentionally slowing down. I was both eager, but not at the same time, to see what I would see at the end. After reaching the cave, I realized I'd been holding my breath. Letting it go, I progressed further to the dungeon until I met the green eyes of the prisoners behind the bars. The room looked snug, not large enough for the amount of characters housed within, just like normal. Scanning the crowd, I didn't see that smaller figure anywhere, but it did make me think about something. These prisoners, we may not know who they are or why they're here, but my experiences made me look at those green eyes differently. I recognize that green because it's the same green we see whenever we boot up the game. It's Sonic's eyes. And I really don't know what to make of that. And now we flash back to the present.
Hell yeah.
Been on my floor since the events of that night came rushing back to me. The next morning, Josh asked me why I looked like I hadn't slept, and I lied, saying I slept really well, even without a pillow. And I made sure to say that in front of his parents so the subject would change. Josh's parents would go on to bicker with each other and their son before laughing it off and calling my parents to let them know that I was ready to head home. As I went back to Josh's room, I gathered my things and my eyes fell on my memory card. I made it a point to not approach or even look at its direction and headed home. I'd receive a call from Josh later that day letting me know that I left it, but I just lied and told him it was a gift for being such a good host. You know, he can transfer some of my chow to his game if he wants and, win some races. After that, I would spend a lot of time eyeing my Dreamcast from across the room. My parents noticed I was using it less, and so by Christmas, I'd gained 2 more games to play on my console. For a time, I kept myself busy playing new games, especially when Josh would come over, and eventually I would go back to Sonic Adventure as well. Thinking about it now, I don't really understand how I could have repressed this event so thoroughly, but I think I'll refer back to what I said at the start of this whole thing. Rationalization. My young mind knew that something was wrong, and I tried to protect myself. After all, like, if it's something that I know 100% inside and out, if something I know 100% inside and out could be hiding something like this, who's to say there aren't more horrors hidden in plain sight just waiting for you to stumble into their trap?
Holy
Scene.
hell.
End.
Hang on, I need to turn off the music. Why is the music still playing? Hang on. Wait, there we go. I'm gonna put the lights back on as well. Fucking skeleton, go away. There we go.
And says Goodnix sounds like a Dylanism. I'm sure someone else has said that at some point.
You took that task way more seriously than I ever would have.
I told you. You said, "Hey, I'm not gonna do it." You know,
I
like,
didn't
"Hey, I
say
don't want to
that.
do it anymore.
I
I'm gonna do something
fucking
else."
say that.
And
That's
I
not-
was like, I'm locked the fuck in. I'm
Dylan, that needs to be a YouTube video.
Yeah, you should actually make that a creepypasta thing. You'd get millions of views.
Nah,
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll just take the recording from this and
Yeah, put put Sonic EXE here in the thumbnail as well. Get millions of views. That could be the secret. No, that was really cool.
Oh,
I actually
wait,
do
hold
have
on.
a story.
thanks,
though.
thanks. Okay,
All right, you ready?
golf clap. Thank you.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, you got it. Hang. Wait.
is there like a no clip? Is there like some kind of no clip mod or something for Sonic Adventure?
Maybe.
Okay, I think I have an idea then. I almost want to make help make a thumbnail for this because I just got an idea.
Okay,
All right. Well, here's my story. You ready?
sure.
All right, go for it.
sale. Little red shoes, never worn.
Oh, I've heard that one before, but it's like baby shoes never worn.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
just
oh,
fucking ripped that thing off.
Oh, no, for sale, baby shoes never worn. No.
Okay,
Oh.
so
See, they decided not to have a kid. They just changed their mind. The baby's not dead. It's fine.
I actually have a little something, but I
Just
did
never
want to kind of
existed.
lead into it by talking a little bit about relationships between horror and Sonic a little bit. So you cool with me just going through this little list of Sonic horror things, horrible
Yes.
things in Sonic?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go for it.
I talked for a long time, so please go.
Alright, so in Sonic 1, we didn't have a whole lot of horrible shit. There were some kind of spooky, mysterious things, but it wasn't like horror stuff. So I'm not going to talk about Sonic 1. Sonic CD, it's weird, it doesn't actually have any like major horror in the game. I guess apart from what Eggman does if you get the bad future, and some tracks on the US soundtrack, especially that boss theme, like Jesus Christ, it's like the main theme of terrorism. But like, yeah, Sonic CD didn't really lean as much into spooky vibes as we'd go forward. So Sonic 2, obviously you got Mystic Cave Zone, kind of spooky, cave, you know, ooh. Sonic 3 and Knuckles has Sandopolis Act 2, which has the ghosts in it, which is pretty epic. Sonic Adventure, Red Mountain, as you mentioned, with the little ghostly ghouls stuck in their cages. Sonic Adventure 2, Pyramid
Yes.
Cave with King Boom Boo. Sonic Heroes, Hang Castle. So that's like every mainline
It was
Sonic
almost
game.
that was almost what the story was about. It was almost Adventure 2 and about the boom boos and stuff. That was my first concept.
You went for the less obvious pick, I respect it. But, yeah, no, so, like, you notice, like, every mainline game since CD so far has had some horror elements to it. Shadow the Hedgehog, like, just Black Doom in general, really, is kind of, like, horrifying. Sonic 06,
Yeah.
Mechalis.
Yeah.
Sonic and the Secret Rings, you've got the
They
Skeleton
killed Sonic.
Dome.
Yeah.
Sonic Unleashed, you got
Technically,
the whole ass Werehog and the ghosts and stuff. Frank, were you about to say something?
Sonic 06 technically at least dies as well, but but they have to go back in time.
Yeah, there's like a lot of
Yeah, that's
death
true.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sonic Unleashed is probably like the closest thing you've got to like a Halloween Sonic game because you've got like the Werehog and the ghosts. Sonic Colors doesn't really have horror elements aside from I guess the wisps getting turned into the Void Wisps when they're drained of their energy, but it's quite a bit
That's some
tamer.
body horror.
Yeah, it's a little tamer than some of the other stuff, and Sonic Generations doesn't really have any horror aspects to it whatsoever. Sonic Lost World,
That story's pretty horrifying.
I'm reluctant to admit with Sonic Lost World that there is some horror influence with the Zeti being based on the Oni. Anyone know more about that than I do?
I don't have anything to say about the Oni, but Sonic Lost World specifically dabbles in a kind of like isolation horror where they slowly take Sonic's whole world away from him.
Yeah, and they
But
drain
it
the
doesn't
life out of
fucking matter because Sonic doesn't give a shit. Like it doesn't change anything.
Well,
Yeah.
he kind of does in that game. To be fair, there is a scene where he's
I mean, he
like,
gets upset, but
trying
he
to
doesn't.
talk
It's not.
to-
It's like not diegetic to the gameplay at all. Like he gets upset and stuff, and
yeah,
you know, like in
but
cutscenes,
yeah,
he's like, "This is a bummer," you know. But like,
well, there's that bit where he's got.
and then
the...
in games, he's like, "Da, da, 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 da," like he's running down fucking highways and jumping on flowers and shit.
Yeah, I'm just referring to there's that bit where he's got like the Tails gaming tablet, and he's like trying to talk to either Tails or Amy or just get anyone, and he can't. And
Yeah.
there's a moment where he realizes he's alone, and
What
the
about-
breeze goes by. I'm like, that's actually an okay
Yeah.
cutscene.
What about Silent
Yeah,
Forest?
that was effective. That was effective. Silent
Where you have
Forest
to-
is
You kind of have to avoid the owls. Like
it's got stealth.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like
kinda.
stealthish.
I mean,
Sort
but
of
then there's
stealth,
also just the
stealth
fact
is
that
usually synonymous with like horror, with like the horror genre.
there's also the fact that the Zeti are
Yeah.
based on the Oni, which is kind of like a demon troll in Japanese folklore. So I've got the Wikipedia open now, and yeah, that
Yes,
that
the
alone
Wikipedia of the Oni.
that alone could be quite scary. It's just a problem that the Deadly Six aren't very scary. Sonic Forces, you've got the horrors of war. There you go.
They tried it. They certainly try. Yeah.
Sonic Frontiers, you've got the genocide of like the end. I remember like the first time booting up Sonic Frontiers before experiencing any gameplay. There's a cutscene where like Eggman puts the Sage device on the cyberspace window, and you hear the screams coming out of it. I was like, oh boy, we're in for something interesting here. So yeah, like Sonic Frontiers has a little horror element to it, and Shadow
lot of
Generations has
I'd
like
say it's isolation again, isolation, and also cosmic horror in Sonic Frontiers.
isolation.
I
Cosmic
don't think there's
horror,
anything-
genocide. Like
Quite as cosmic as the literal end of all things showing up to fucking kill you.
the sad
So I
thing
got a
is that
question.
thing wasn't that thing wasn't even emblematic of the end. Like I think Ian Flynn confirmed it's just a very boastful moon. that
Would
thinks
the
it's hot
co- would-
shit.
Oh,
Would the Coco
okay, well,
technically
that's
be
news to me.
whatever being that is inside the Coco? Would that be considered purgatory?
I guess so, yeah, because the big theme of that game is bringing these restless souls to a point of peace.
Are they conscious? Are the original souls still conscious in there?
I think
Apparently,
the
they
idea
just,
is that the Coco are restless, and like what Sonic needs
Yeah.
to do is
Oh,
bring
wait a
them to
minute.
peace. And then
Well,
also same goes for
wait a
like
minute,
same goes for the Titans
Still
real
think-
quick, because the Titans are kind of
Yeah.
like a big form of Mega Coco effectively, and in destroying them, Sonic is effectively putting
Oh
them to
yeah,
rest.
yeah. That's true, right? Because Coco are basically, if I remember correctly, that's almost like their tombs, basically, right?
They were like the ancients, but like they were almost like
It's like their final resting place, sort of, right?
it
I
was
mean,
like a
put it this
purgatory
way.
for them. But then when they finally move on to the afterlife, when you see them like just drop.
Well, yeah. What's interesting is the
need
Pixar
to-
movie. The Pixar movie Coco refers to like the dear
The afterlife
sorry,
a lot, yeah.
the Day of the Dead, and like in the general lore of that, it's like life has kind of two stages. You've got your life as a human, you've got a life as a skeleton before you pass on to the final round. And the Coco and
Okay.
Sonic Frontiers kind of work like that. You've got your life as a
I've got it
liquid
here.
jelly boy.
It says that they hold the memories of their creators. It's not like specifically them. It's not like literally the ghost in the machine, so to speak. It's
I think they still kind of.
I think it's almost like a resonation.
Like,
it's like an echo of them.
it's like a
basically.
ghost, like kind of like it's.
Yeah, I guess
And
kind
again,
of like
it's
a ghost,
telling-
but not really. Yeah.
It's telling that
It
they're
was
called
probably-
Coco when the Pixar movie Coco has kind of a similar theme.
It was probably called that to avoid using like terms like souls and stuff like that,
And
because that's
Korok as
essentially
well.
what it is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
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 Because they were good luck charms in life, and then when they died, their memories, I guess, were
Like sealed inside
imprinted
of them.
into the necklace,
Yeah.
into the charm, and then that's what. And then something about the Starfall Islands makes those things come back to life when all of the shit in Frontiers happens.
And in
Unless they were just always kind of running around. I don't remember.
with Shadow Generations, you've got all kinds of fucking horrors. You've got the horrors aboard the Ark. You've got the horrors of Black Doom. You've got the body horror with Shadow. You've got the bio.
Yeah, you have-
There's
you
just
have,
a lot of fucking
I
horror
mean,
in that.
let's be
one.
real. As soon as they said he's going to try and take your form for himself, and I'm like, he's not going to do that.
True.
Like, I was not afraid of that. Like, that was the one thing in the story I was not afraid of whatsoever.
but then
But
there's
because I was
also,
like, what are they going to do with that? They're not going to do that.
Then there's also the haunted house level in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. You've got some horror elements to the Sonic 2 movie where like Robotnik first breaks into the Wachowski house. It's kind of playing with the horror stuff. And I think, you've also got like the little ghost part of like Sonic the Hedgehog 3 as well. So like I think horror has always been a small element in the majority of like Sonic stuff. So it's like Okay, I figured I would throw out, like, this is kind of, I guess, a preview for an upcoming episode, because I would love to do an episode where we discuss, like, what the next classic Sonic game could be, and here we have kind of a prequel to that, because I've come up with an idea for a horror stage in a 2D Sonic game. So this would be kind of like your Sonic Superstars or Mania follow-up kind of deal.
Yeah.
So the real star of the show here is Act 1, but Act 2, sorry. Act 1 starts off as kind of a simple forest level, pretty unsuspecting, but it's quite foggy, and the deeper into the forest you get, the darker it gets. With Act 2, I want it to be Sonic reaches a point of total darkness, and then discovers he's in, like, a star field, effectively. Space star field, very dark. And there's a giant hourglass in the middle of the stage. So the stage, like, wraps around this big hourglass, basically. So it's kind of like, it's 2D, but it's 2.5D, wraps around the hourglass. And the hourglass acts as like a timer. And if that hourglass, if all the sand reaches the bottom, Sonic dies, and you have to start back at your last checkpoint. But as the hourglass kind of counts down, the drowning theme plays, and you kind of, have to find switches around the stage to flip the hourglass upside down again. So it's like a new twist on the water stage, but just without the water physics. Like, you still got that, like, death timer kind of thing, and you still have to keep an eye on that. And it means you have to keep an eye on the background of the stage as well. A little bit like the death drone in Sonic Superstars, which wasn't one of the worst ideas that game ever had. The thing I would also love, though, is, like, navigating the stage, it would play more like a pinball stage. But I kind of wanted to go for kind of a very Twilight Zone-inspired aesthetic. So everything's in black and white, except for Sonic. He's in color. But the flippers are realistic human fingers, as opposed to looking like pinball flippers. And the bumpers now resemble realistic eyeballs. So, like, imagine, like, Casino Night, but the bumpers are now eyeballs, the flippers are now fingers. Kind of go for the horrors of, like, the human body in this dark void. Again, very Twilight Zone adjacent. You could even have little doors floating around in the background. Yeah, like, in terms of, like, hazards, you could have, like, rolling eyeballs that can crush you, and then you could have enemies that are, like, little disembodied hands that crawl around. And for the spike beds, because, like, spike beds are a staple of Sonic, replace them with teeth, like human teeth. And then you got yourself a cool Sonic horror level, I reckon. And that's my idea.
That would be very... Yeah, no, I mean, I do like the idea of just, like, the random, almost, like, body horror element of it. Like, the teeth spikes thing, that would just freak me out specifically. I don't like human teeth being where they're not supposed to be. That is, like, a very specific
it's an
phobia.
Unsuspecting forest level that gets darker the deeper you move.
Like, anytime they give, like, a creature human teeth in, like, any movie or something, I'm like, where did you get those? Where did they come from?
Well, there's there's that indie game where the little creatures have the human teeth.
Or, like, the McDonald's Happy Meal mascot boxes, like, the little fuckers that used to run around. Like, no. They should not have teeth.
Oh, yeah,
they should not have human teeth. I'm just saying.
Movie Sonic Mark 1?
I'd stomp them to death if I saw them in real life, those Happy Meal boxes.
Have you ever seen a human teeth on a duck?
I hate you teeth.
Yeah. Maybe. Not in real life, thankfully.
I'll find you one.
Are you sending me... No, I do not want to see a picture of a human duck teeth.
Right, well, hang on. Check the back rooms in just a sec, alright?
Okay, as long as it's not a duck.
Okay, check the back rooms.
Okay. Pup.
Yes?
That's a duck with human teeth.
What did you fucking expect? I went and checked the back rooms immediately after saying I want to look for a duck with human teeth.
I know, and I said it better not be a duck with human teeth, and look at where we are.
Alright, fine. I promise this time it won't be a duck with human teeth.
Okay.
Okay.
No! Oh, I don't like that one. It's a frog with human teeth and it's smiling. Ugh.
It's a frog with human teeth.
I don't like that. Frogs especially should not have human teeth because they don't need them.
And 5885 says, Dylan, if I ever meet you IRL, I'm going to wear fake teeth fingernail things.
What the fuck? What are you even talking about? What? I'm going to know it's not teeth.
The fingernails are going to be fake teeth.
You know, it's funny. When I was in, like my
realistic
20s,
fake teeth?
Well, when I was in my early 20s, sorry, I used to hear, like, a lot about, like, people saying, like, oh, I have nightmares when my teeth are falling out and stuff. And it's Weird, I didn't really have that one until, like, recently I've started having dreams where I've got, like, one really wibbly tooth, and it just comes out, and I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
wait.
what
What
do I
did
do
they
with
say
this now?
about that? Because I have that all the time, forever.
It's just a common nightmare, man. It's, I think it's like a
It is?
body image one.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I have dreams like that a lot where I'm like, oh my
Wait,
god,
so-
my teeth are fall. Like 3 of my teeth fell out. I brush my teeth every day. Like what the fuck?
Wait, so Dylan, what do you think about that one commercial that has like dogs with human teeth?
I don't like the only this is the only time the human teeth thing actually makes me laugh is with the dog is two things, and it's very funny because it's sort of like, you know, having to do with the Halloweeny aspect. Smile Dog, the creepypasta, makes me think of that, which I think is very fucking stupid and funny.
All right,
It's just
Dylan,
like
if
the evil picture of the dog, and the dog is like.
Dylan, if you check the
it makes
back
me
rooms, I
laugh.
promise there will be no pictures of animals with human teeth in there, but there is a
Oh,
funny
shit.
thing
Better
you
not
can
be
see.
a picture.
Oh,
That
I
is a
get it.
shark with human teeth. That's still an animal.
Okay, scroll up to what Frank put.
Well, that one's. He looks friendly. Like I'm gonna say, I have a story about this specifically. Dogs with human teeth.
Okay.
The only reason dogs with human teeth make me laugh is because my friend Jack. I don't know if he's in chat today. He told me this story once about a dream he had, where he was in a movie theater with like a ton of people. I think he said it was people he knew, and in the theater it was like. I forget it was like. There was a collar on them and everybody, and if you cried, it would zap you, and they were trying to make everyone cry and like zap people. And my friend Jack was not crying. He wouldn't cry at any of the stuff that was on screen. And then he said the thing that got him was that there's a dog on screen, right? And then it turns its head to look at the camera, and it's smiling at him with human teeth, like happily.
Yeah.
And it just goes, "Ee." And then he said in the dream he started crying, like not laughing. He started crying, and he got zapped. And he woke up, and I've never fucking forgot that because it's so just like what I love it. Like that's
If you
such a
check
great
the-
dream. Like
If you check the back rooms now, there will not be any animals with human teeth, I promise.
no, okay. Here, you want me to tell you something about what you posted there? You hear how I hesitated when I was talking a second ago?
Yeah.
That's because you posted that and I saw it. And I know exactly what that is. And I fucking hate the tooth monster.
Well, what about...
Ugh,
Oh, you deleted that one.
I didn't do anything.
Frank, did you delete that one?
No, the tooth monster's not from Doctor Who. There is a tooth guy in Doctor Who. Ugh.
No,
Yeah,
but
Tim
there
Shaw.
was one I put in.
Yeah, Tim Shaw.
Of someone with, like, teeth
I didn't
coming
like
out of
that
their
guy.
lips, and Frank deleted it, I think.
Ew.
Did Frank delete it?
Yeah, thank God. No, the teeth thing I was talking about, there was an episode of a show called Channel Zero a long time ago. It was the thing they tried to adapt creepypastas into a TV series, and they did Candle Cove, which should have been great. But like they had this weird shit with this tooth monster, and he's all covered in teeth, and he takes your teeth, and I just don't like it. That wasn't in Candle Cove. They didn't talk about teeth at all. There was a skin taker. He takes skin. I would have rather had that. Why didn't they do that? That would have made so much more sense. What the fuck? All right, sorry, Candle Cove fan.
All right, real quick. Sorry, Dylan. This is really important. I've just DM'd you something.
Please delete that. Delete that, or I'm not DMing you anymore.
All right, fine. I'll delete. You could just delete it yourself, you know.
I don't want to see it again. That was fucking gross. That's awful.
It was totally.
I think that's a real condition. I think that's a real condition where you can have teeth like just grow out of your body in random places.
I
It's
don't
like a real
think
thing
it's
that
like
can happen.
there, but there's like a thing called vaginal dentata, and well, you could figure out what that
No,
means.
no, okay, enough. No, That's
All right, let's
that's all.
just
That's
move
all with
on
that.
to
That's all.
the
Especially no human teeth.
Oh. So spooky levels. Hey, Pup, I forgot to ask. What was the name of the level?
Christ.
Well,
Ugh.
I didn't come up with a name. Working title would be the Twilight Zone, but like, I'm just gonna say if
Jeez,
you're
I
making a
know, teeth
fan
freak
game,
me
you can
out so
have
bad.
that. Like, by all means, use it. Or don't. Like, you don't have to.
Oh, you were
obviously.
referencing the negative emotions equal. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the tooth monster in Doctor Who. There is at least one tooth monster in Doctor Who.
Yeah, he has the teeth in his face, Tim Shaw.
Yeah, well, that's fucked up because he takes a tooth from everyone he kills. That's not like a bad concept, but I hate that he has to lodge them into his face.
The thing is, he
Like, that
hasn't
makes me
killed
really
that many
uncomfortable.
people if that's the case. It'd be 10 times scarier if he looked like the actual teeth guy.
It's true, but like he goes back to his whole society of people who probably have a lot of teeth in their faces. Like like think about it.
Sandman,
Like there's a lot of
Spider-Man
people.
3. Imagine if he was just made of teeth.
Yeah. Teeth Man. No.
Imagine if he could like summon the teeth from your mouth to create his form.
Some Bill Cipher shit.
There'd be a nasty ass smell about him as well. Like I don't think teeth would smell good on mass.
I'll reveal all my fandoms today. I've seen Gravity Falls. I've seen Candle Cove. Let's go.
Oh, look at me, I'm Dylan. I've seen a lot of shows for women. Oh.
No.
Well, okay.
You're
Well,
not.
I mean, the next stage, Franken, is super chats.
Oh, we're done? Okay.
Yeah, that's all the main stuff. We've actually kind of powered through this.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, cool. We did it. All right.
All right, I'm getting the super chats. Dude.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Halo on PS5. What's up?
Wait, Halo's coming to PS5?
Yeah, there's a wish list page for PlayStation Network for Halo Campaign Evolved.
Huh.
Creepypasta about having to
mean
give a stuffed
combat?
animal teeth or else the world gets all fucked up. I don't remember. That sounds vaguely familiar.
I know the original one's called Campaign, but it's an enhanced version of the game coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. But no Switch 2 version. That would have been interesting.
I wonder how much AI they're going to use in that one, because I believe like the Halo
probably a lot.
studios have been confirmed to have a lot of AI going on.
Yeah, they're gonna use AI in their workflow. Not sure
At
exactly
least
for
I think
what.
someone was posting like from this. I don't know, maybe like an ex-employee or something.
Yeah, it's probably generative AI that they'll be using, or just like workflow shit.
I hope
But,
it's just like for upscaling, you know.
Also, stupid Donor, the reason I backed out of the story thing was because I had creative block, so I was just like, I'll make a level instead.
No, that's fair. I was just
Yeah,
giving you trouble. Like when
no.
you sent that message, I was like, oh no, I hope he doesn't insist that we don't do this, because like.
Oh yeah, no, you
I'm in
can't
the
read
zone.
your creepypasta either.
But yeah, it's gonna be taking place in 2026.
Okay.
They need to bring like one of these games, or maybe the Master Chief Collection or something. That needs to come to the Switch too already. It's powerful enough. It could do it.
That'd be neat. Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Okay, Dylan, you're up first, Borger.
Okay. Hold on. Borger, Mr. Krabs, $1.99. Grommet and everyone, let's go to Pumpkin Hill.
Sure.
You ready?
Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs.
Thank you.
Borger. All right, so KB sends $9.99. I don't know why I'm trying to copy paste this when it's already in the chat. Where am I going to paste it to? Stupid. Ian has been fighting for the freedom fighters to be acknowledged, even using Spinball's canonicity as an advantage. Sadly, Sega still won't budge. .wg. What kind of file is
Spinball
that?
cannon?
I mean, yeah, Spinball
Damn.
is, like, on the,
I mean, I guess there's no reason it couldn't be. Yeah,
Well, no,
I guess
it's
there's
mentioned
no
that-
reason it wouldn't be.
It's mentioned that Sonic Spinball is canon, and it takes place on the planet Mobius, and that the freedom fighters are just there. And that's just where that is. So,
Okay.
like, the planet Mobius and all that still exists. It's just it's only been visited in Spinball. Which,
All right, I mean,
think
you gotta
is-
use what you gotta use, I guess.
I mean, it's better
Yeah.
than nothing, but, like, oh, why are we fucking in this situation in the first place? Like,
I wish they would just. Do we know for sure that they own the characters?
Yes.
We're positive.
It's 100% absolutely confirmed that Sega own the rights to the freedom fighters.
So, like, it has to just be like they're worried about oversaturation. Like, they can't just introduce 9 new characters, right?
It
like,
could be, but I think the main
new
reason,
in quotes, obviously.
Well, the main reason is because, like, Sega have a vision for what the Sonic universe is, and that's everything from Sonic Adventure onwards, basically. And the Freedom Fighters haven't been a part of that before, so why should they be a part of that now, I think, is the logic. So it's like, we've got a vision for what
It's
Sonic
like
is.
IDW is just barely scraping into canon, so I feel like
Yeah,
like
the
we
other
got to
thing,
at least
though-
get that, and then because that's like fully integrated, I would say, with the modern canon.
Well, the other
anyway,
thing is, though,
at this
like, when you
point.
look at the IDW, there's a lot
Archie's
of
all different.
stands. There's a lot of stand-ins for the Freedom Fighters. In that, like, you've got the
Stands?
Restoration rather than the Freedom Fighters. Amy has taken on more of a Sally Acorn-esque role in there. But you've also got, like, I think Lanolin was also kind of pitched as, like, a proto-Sally kind of deal. Like, the IDW team clearly would love to have these characters back. But
yeah.
like they're just Sega haven't budged on it yet. It's the kind of thing where maybe slow progress. I mean, you got to put it this way: the Freedom Fighters haven't been seen in any official piece of Sonic media since 2017. That's still fairly early days when you think about it, although it's almost a decade now. So like 8 years. However, they're clearly working towards something at the moment, and I think there is a possibility we could see them slowly but surely make their way into the fold. But I don't think that necessarily means in the mainline games, and I'm fine with that. I'm honestly fine if they just want to keep that central mainline games the same as it is. I'd be thrilled to see the Freedom Fighters show up in that, but like, I don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't bet on it. It's never happened before, so like, I don't really care that much. I don't miss it. But like, it would be nice if
I don't expect them to all just show up. You know, like I don't expect that, but I do feel like references and just even little things would be cool, you know?
Well, I don't like there's not even any meta references, like, outside of, like, canon. Like, there's no point in, like, the Sonic history books and stuff that mentions the Freedom Fighters, you know? Like, and I think
they would have to release something new. They can sell a new book.
They existed for, like, nearly quarter of a century. Like, I don't think you can just ignore that.
Right.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Or actually, I mean, they could do it sort of like... I know you don't know a ton about Dragon Ball Puppy. They could do it sort of like how they did Broly in the new Super continuity, because Dragon Ball Super is... Alright, so Dragon Ball Z, for those you don't know, had a lot of movies that were non-canon. I think every film, or like most of, like a majority of the films are all non-canon, I think. I think maybe World's Strongest or Hellzone could be canon. But,
yeah, I mean, there's also just things like, you know, like, there's like...
But yeah, so like,
revival...
in Super... Sorry, I was gonna say, like, in Z, there is a super popular character named Broly. He's another Saiyan, he's like a berserker, and he's very popular. He had 3 movies in the old continuity.
Yeah,
you know, in the movie continuities.
He was best known for having, like, a very specific transformation.
He had a berserker, like a legendary Super Saiyan transformation. He was crazy cool. And then in Super, like, after a while, like, GT came out, and they were like, we don't know if it's canon specifically, whatever. Dragon Ball Super comes out, we're saying this is canon. After a bunch of stuff, like, you do a whole arc, get the Tournament of Power, big stuff happening, they do the Broly movie. They reinvent this character for a new continuity, and technically, it's a reboot of the character. They change a lot about the lore. He becomes a much different person. I think I like him a lot more. But, like, I feel like doing that for a character is not... Like, I know you said, like, there's a lot of shit in the past for the Freedom Fighters, and I get that. I think for them to come into the future, like, you could definitely have, like, a rundown on, like, here's some of their past adventures, but let's see what they get up to in the new continuity. Like, let's see what these new versions of these characters do.
I mean, yeah,
if you want them in here,
like...
how do they slot in, so to speak, to the cast?
All I would really say is, like, you know, like, there was that boom of, like, you know, you could get, like, merchandise and bags that kind of look like VHS cassettes and stuff like that. You could get, you know, like, retro notepads and stuff. Fuck me. Do, like, a Sat AM notepad or something. Or a Sat AM VHS bag or something. Like, that's the thing.
And if they're worried about, like, confusing people, they really only have to just say, hey, this is not main canon. This doesn't mean anything. Like, you could just say, this is just a handbag.
You literally
like,
don't
it's just
even
a
have
notebook.
to. It's just a fucking bag. Like, at the end of the day, some people might remember,
you know, people
that
will
was
look
a
too
Sonic
far
show
into it.
that existed. Like, I think
you know.
Origins' museum should have had some reference, like Archie Comics #1, like Archie Comics Sonic #1 rather, or Sat AM in there and stuff like that.
You know what? It would remind me of it would remind me of how, like, in The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, there's the Majora's Mask on the wall in Link's house. But I don't think that takes place in the exact... That's not in the same timeline as
it's just like a little
Majora's
reference.
Mask.
Well, yeah, you can do, like,
it could just be a reference.
canon. Like, if you want another, like, prime example, and this is me being insular because I like talking about my own shit, but, like, for example, my upcoming short film, Speeding Ticket, is what I would call dubious canon, in that, like, it can be acknowledged that certain events from the games and stuff have happened, and if you look around the rooms that I've designed, there's little bits of world building that suggest things like Archie and stuff exist in that world too. But it's all just background elements that just contribute to making the world feel a bit more lived in. You know, but I'm not saying, like, Speeding Ticket is canon to anything, or anything official like that, obviously. It's just I'm using bits of different canons to just make the world feel a little bit more lived in, basically.
Yeah, rather than, you know... having very little to work with, and it just seems like a random, like, just for the sake of a story kind of place that exists.
Yeah, and like Sega would do well to kind of, I think, factor in some of those elements as well, because where they've done the stand-in things, I think it's just opened more questions than anything else. Like, there's a whole generation of kids that grew up with like Sonic Heroes and Sonic X, and to them, Amy is a 12-year-old girl, yet now she's leader of the resistance and has to like coordinate military calls and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't add up because the character was never designed to be that in the first place, and like, they've done a nice job at reverse engineering her into that. But like, you know, it's like they're clearly using what they have to kind of recreate that freedom fighters kind of thing, because that's what the restoration and all that is. But like, it doesn't work as well because these characters weren't intended to be military characters, you know? She wears a red dress and go-go boots, not fucking military khakis. I fucking hate suspended moments of silence. I despise them. That's the real horror.
I know.
Yeah.
I have nothing to add, okay?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Okay, next super chat.
Anyway, KB with the $9.99 US.
No.
Oh wait, no. Mr.
Idiot.
Mr. Krabs. Well, you did. I look for the burger, okay? Mr. Krabs with the $1.99 US. Everyone, Pumpkin Hill. 2 hours later. You know what? The song's good and all. I just wish it had lyrics.
The instrumental's better.
Or
Or the
Aquatic
Sonic
Minds-
Symphony version that they performed. That was
Aquatic
great.
Minds instrumentals, like, damn, it's so good.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great instrumental tracks in the Knuckles stuff that people don't really notice beneath the cringy rap lyrics. All right,
Yeah,
next
like,
up. Oh, sorry,
Talking
go
about
ahead.
Rouge being smooth or something.
Yeah, sexy and smooth is literally the lyric.
I remember somebody used to take that and like try to quote like the JonTron. There's like a JonTron video. It was like, oh, it was like sexy and swood. Swood this, swood that. The fuck
Swood?
does swood mean?
Swood.
Spood. I don't know what the one that always got me. The old clip that always comes to mind whenever something's terrifying in my brain. I hear "out of this house, out of this house," and he's like holding the cross.
One from this.
You know, like
house.
that was so ingrained in my child brain. Like that, like I'm not even religious, and I was like, no, that will work. If I do this way.
I used to quote one to my brother because he would ask where I got it from, and I showed him the clip. It's like, oh, I make lamps, I make mattresses, I made the Danish, and it's like two different things. It's like the people and then the food. And my brother's like, I can't
I made the
unhear that
Danish.
shit.
I made the Danish.
Like that shit's stuck in my head now. Way to go.
Okay, so this next one, Barker, is for Dylan. Dylan, you got it.
Holy shit. KB 1999. Sorry, I
No,
said
it's
your
not 1999.
biblically accurate name.
It's $1.99.
$1.99. $1.99. Pop. To the moon, Frank. To the moon.
One of these
Yeah, I have that
days,
game.
Frank. One of these days.
I have that
Wham!
game. It's really
Zoom!
good. It's like
Straight
fantastic
to the moon.
story. Kind of tugs at the heartstrings
Oh,
a
there
little
you
bit.
go.
Yeah, it's a really good game. Highly recommended. There's a remaster on modern platforms. Go
Wait,
for
what
it.
are you talking about?
To the moon.
Shut up, Frank.
Oh.
Shut up. It was a reference
Okay, I'm
to the
glad that I was
Honeymooners.
like, what is he talking about? Did I just miss it again? And I'm glad that I just didn't get the joke. Okay.
What are you talking about? What you talking about? Okay, Borker. Joe Madre,
You don't know.
3902. New member. Ooh. Thank you, Joe Madre. Sends $5 US. I think if we all hold hands in a circle, close our eyes, and say, it will stop improving, and the bubble will burst any day now, AI will go away. All right, boys.
I'll do a seance.
I'm not holding hands here.
I'll do a
I'll
seance or
click my,
something.
my
you know,
ruby slippers together and I'll say there's no AI here. There's no AI here.
Why do you
There's no
have
AI at
ruby
home.
slippers?
There's no AI at home.
I don't have ruby slippers, Pop. I was making a joke about one of the
No,
most
why
famous
do you
movies
have
of all
those?
time.
Why do you have those, Dylan?
Oh my god.
Dylan, are you trying to tell us you have phantom ruby slippers?
I have no son.
You gotta send you the. You gotta. Oh, that. You know what? Hey, Sega, new merch idea. Phantom ruby slippers.
You were Phantom Ruby slippers. You're going to Green Hill Zone. I'm sorry. It's
That's
Give me
good.
Phantom Ruby kidney stones.
Keep drinking energy drinks. You'll get there.
Hell yeah. All right. So
Get more of that
Kinda
G
easy.
Fuel. When they come back as G Fuel 2.
Frank, I'm gonna have you read the next two, but
Hi,
you have
Daisy.
this one first.
I don't want to. Okay, let's see. Jorno with the $1
Brazilian reals, Frank.
Okay, but there's no message.
Yeah, I know, because he's being a yogurt male. He doesn't feel the need to be heard today.
Okay,
What the
and
fuck does that mean?
It's hard. It's just fucking hard, okay? So boring.
I don't want to hear
Yogurt-
about it.
Whatever.
Okay, anyway, Mr. SP with the 1024. Even an AI monkey with a typewriter will write a perfect script given a few eons to work. If you're strapped for time, I'm sure they can come up with a script for a 2010 Sonic game in a few years. You really don't need much for a 2010 Sonic game.
Yeah, like that's if that's
I
where
could
the
write one
bar's
right
at,
now.
I'm not worried about AI. Like if AI can replicate a
God.
Fontaf Sonic script, fine.
Just get one of those.
I've got
Just
I've got
get one
a
of
new
those.
idea for an episode that I'd really like to do. Could we make our own could we make our own meta era story or Sonic
I'm
game
in.
and just like
I'm in. I want to
I've
do
done
this.
Just
one
like,
before, actually.
make it like horribly misguided, like that kind of thing. Like, oh, this is how I would do this, and just
So
be like,
I
oh yeah, so when you
fucking
click
want
the
that.
stick in, Sonic fucking dies. You know,
Well, a
like,
very long time ago, I came up with a video
I
idea.
forgot to take that out.
A very long time ago, I came up with a video idea of like pup pictures a Sonic game, but the stipulation I put by it is that it has to be kind of realistic for like what Sega would release in like a post Lost World kind of world, and yeah, that was a video. But I think people were under the impression that that was like the thing I wanted, where it was more me trying to make that tone work. But yeah, like that's something.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, I would
let's-
make an intentionally like game I would have despised back in the day. Oops, sorry.
I mean, yeah, like we
get
did
them even-
mention, like, you know, Frontiers 2 episode was us trying to make a good Sonic game. We can always try and make a bad one.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this one is
Like,
just
I want to come up with a
making
shitty story and just to butcher some characters. Like that's what I want to do mostly.
Ooh, I like this
Like,
idea.
I just have
yeah, I
the
like
idea
this.
of like
Dylan could come up with a
I want to
story,
include like
and then-
Shadow and oh god.
Dylan could come up with a story, Trey could make a theme song, and Frank, you and me could find some other thing to do.
See,
That's
like
fine.
Like the gameplay stuff would be too easy. Like I could just pull from like the games I don't like. I feel like the story would be far more like I feel like I could come up with something.
I need to come up with the worst
I just-
Sonic model I possibly can.
Okay, I'll
I'm
come
just-
up with
I'm just
gameplay.
thinking of- That could be fun. And we could either talk about it together or not confer whatsoever, and just it could be like the real teams, how like they didn't actually communicate, and that's why the games are all over the place back
So
then.
Frank can come up with like a gameplay loop and structure. You can come up with a plot. I can design Sonic's character model, and Trey can come up with a theme song.
I swear one of
Okay.
these days, if we do enough of these, one of these days, like, hey guys, I'm making a Sonic fan game because
Hey guys, we're gonna make the worst Sonic fan game.
I am just gonna take all your guys' ideas and make a Sonic fan game.
Amazing.
That won't happen. There are things I can do. That is not one of them.
Right, so that next that next super chat.
Excuse me.
Oh no!
Next
sorry.
What are you
AI.
talking about? What?
I was looking at I was about to say super chat, but I saw the AI monkey word come in, and I was just like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
The next AI monkey.
Also, how can an AI monkey with a typewriter even? It's either a monkey or it's not.
No, it's an AI that thinks it's a monkey.
With
I
a
should-
typewriter.
See, they got rid of the monkeys on the typewriters because they realized they could replace them with the AI monkeys, and it wouldn't cost
Imagine
as
loading
much.
up like
Wait, so this
ChatGPT and saying, "Hey, can you pretend you're a monkey but also write a Sonic script at the same time?"
Wait. Hold on. So they replaced them with they replaced them with AI monkeys. Is that why YouTube was down a couple days ago?
Oh yeah, because the monkeys usually run their servers, don't they? And you can fucking tell.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I
All right, who's next, Frank?
Yeah. Frank is next. So no, wait.
Wait,
yes.
yeah. No, I read two of them.
Yeah, so you're up, Dylan.
Oh, okay, then I'll do the next one. So Mike 1911, $4.99. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doubt it's scary, but I could have sworn that I saw a Pender's mug outside the dealership I used to clean, dropping off a white Hummer H3. That's
Well, now
very
we have a bit
specific.
of scary information. We can track him now. We just gotta look for those.
Does he
Hummers.
have a white Hummer? Did he have a white Hummer M3
Let's look
or
up
H3?
Ken Pender's car.
Of course, he would drive a Hummer. He seems like a douchebag.
I don't think we should do that. Actually, I think that could be like doxing. No,
Well,
actually, it's
how
an
about
old
I
car.
just see if I can
That
look
doesn't
at
matter.
it and then like not tell anyone about it. Like
It's
a good
a Laura Sue mug.
He's got the Laura Sue Chronicles tattooed on the back
I
of the
love
car.
the idea that it's like
Oh.
Crosswords decals. He's got a fucking Lara Sue on his Hummer.
I'll
Is
mod
that
it
a
to the
Laura-
game for you, Ken. Just hit me up, dude.
Dude,
don't think he
would
wants to
love
play
to
it.
see a
I'm not gonna
game
do that.
in the Ken Penders universe.
He'll
That would be
sue
so
you.
sick.
Sue me. No, I said if he wanted it, hit me up, but I won't do it.
Let's make
He'll
a
find a way
Scourge
to sue you.
fanfiction right now and see how quickly we could get sued.
No, I have to leave in probably 20 minutes. I don't know when my brother's gonna get here, so we gotta get through these super chats.
All right, okay.
He's gonna sue you and your brother.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one then. Mr. Crab, with $1 Look up gums from One Punch Man for Dylan. Okay.
Not gonna do it. Nope.
One
Oh,
Punch
no.
Man gums. Oh, I see. It's really funny, actually. You know what? I think Dylan might actually like this little guy, but I'll show him after the show. Next up, Borg. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Borger. Frank.
Okay, Mr. Terry Chaos with the 5 pounds.
Mhm.
Big. Those frog legs were delicious. Hey, Froggy, where'd you go, buddy? Froggy. Oh God.
Oh
Wait.
no.
Oh no.
Wait, that shouldn't be big. That should be grande.
Horror?
It should be grande, like the French version of big. Grand. And he's like, oh,
What the fuck does this mean? I looked up gums and it says disaster level Oregon.
Where are you,
does that mean?
Froggy? Oh, non. Oh, non. Up your
This
tongue.
character from One Punch Man, that's like almost
Yeah.
Kirby.
See ya, Sonic, Terry. That sounds almost threatening.
See you at SonicCon, Terry.
Borg. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'm gonna be at SonicCon London, so yeah.
What days?
It's just
Or
one
day?
day, dude. November.
Okay,
1st.
well, I didn't know that. All right, shit.
Yeah,
Missed
we're
the
not like you
conventions being a couple
Americans, where we
days.
have like long cons that go on into the wee hours for 5 days on end.
I need to hold on. I'm sorry. What before we? I know I just need to move on. I looked up Gums One Punch Man because you said he's a little guy. He is kind of a little guy. I don't like how anatomically correct it is, but also on the Google, like, people also ask questions. I don't like the second answer for it says who is LGBT in One Punch Man, and this whole page is about Gums. I don't want to click this. But it is not actually about Gums. It is about a completely different character, and I just find it funny that was put underneath this character's Google search.
That's really funny.
Because if you don't know what this character looks like, he is literally a sphere with a mouth and arms and legs. Like think Kirby but a spore creature. I think that's the best way I could describe it.
Kirby made
Alright.
for memory.
So the next one,
If someone's memory is really shot, if this is Kirby from memory, holy piss.
Dilnor.
Anyway.
This one's yours, Borger.
Yes. So Mr. Supersonic 28, $10. Thank you. Yeah, putting in the Freedom Fighters with all of their lore, even from just the show, won't fit. Putting them in as is would be like a square peg in a round hole. It's understandable, although it's sad. It's true. Like, there is a lot to do with that. That's why I think the best way you can do it is reinterpret sort of like Super Broly. That's kind of what I'm rooting for.
Yeah, all I just want
Just
is
give them something else.
some
you know?
merch and some acknowledgement is all I need. Like, you know, have first
Yeah.
figures do like a Sally statue or something. You know?
And they can also, like, they can act similar. Like, I don't think they should be completely different people totally, like, just because it's a different world. I think they can have similar personalities, they can have similar bonds and friend groups. Maybe just this is a group that it's a group of freedom fighters, not literally though, and they've been together for a long time. They don't know Sonic yet. Maybe that's the difference, you know.
Give
like
me
they didn't
Freedom
have to go
Fighters-
against the tyranny of Eggman as much in this
give me
world. So
Freedom Fighters
you know.
figgies. Give me those. Then that's all I need. Or just put them in like Sonic Blitz or something. Like just acknowledge that they were a part of the franchise at one
Rumble,
stage. In a
Rumble,
mess.
Rumble's the perfect place for it.
Yeah,
little
Rumble.
mobile game.
Yeah, just somewhere that doesn't have like a storyline. Just chuck them in. Like I think that would just mean a lot to people. But like, yeah, okay. So next one, Borger. Thank you, Supersonic 28. So, Mr. SP with the $5. Thank you, Mr. SP. Does Dick own the rights to the original characters in their respective Sonic shows, such as the Core Freedom Fighters and the Mean Bean Robots? No, they don't own those. So
The company
the robots from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog were already in like Sonic 2. Scratch and Grounder were already a thing. And then for the Freedom Fighters, Sega do own those. And they were also like a part of like Sega World Amusements and stuff back in the day. They even had a little like musical theater puppet show thing in Sydney with the Freedom Fighters and Sonic, which is really fucking weird, but like it's cute. But like, yeah, like so Sega do definitely own the rights, and not Dick. Yeah. Okay, so Borger.
The company is called Deke.
Yeah, that's just as fun. Frank, you're
Yeah,
up.
but I'm not gonna call it that.
Borger.
Yeah, the only person who came up with the calling it, or the first person I remember calling it Dick was Nostalgia Critic.
I just remember that do
was-
do 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 Dick.
Dick. Yeah.
The
that was in the Vine Sauce video, right? I think. Maybe.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
he called it the aptly named Dick Entertainment.
I just call him Dick Tunes.
No, I remember the
'cause it's
Vinny
funny.
Vine Sauce one, the one where he does the Mario impression and he does the Luigi, like the whatever the scenario was, and at the end it does that and then Dick. We just really.
Why did you do
deep
the
voice.
fucking Simpsons thing with the shh?
Because I'm hungry, I guess.
All right, well, in the next one, the next
What is he
super
hungry
chat,
for? Food.
Mr. Super
No,
Sonic.
hey, I'm going to dinner.
You're going to
Okay,
dinner with your
okay.
brother?
Going
What
to
is that? A
I'm
date
going
or
to
something?
Applebee's.
What is that romantic?
we're-
You having
No,
a
I'm
romantic
going to
candlelit
eat
at
dinner
Applebee's?
with my brother and
With
his
your
wife.
brother.
Brother, what
I
is
didn't
this,
know you were
brother?
in-
This is a new
fucking
thing. There's
Alabama?
no family. There are no families.
A family that plays together stays together, I guess. But okay, so Mr. Supersonic
You are
28
incorrigible.
sends $5. Thank you, Mr. Supersonic 28. In the era of post-multiverse sagas from both Marvel and DC, you could just tell people it's another universe and people could just get it now. It was never going to be confusing. It's not going to confuse anyone. You know, like, you look at
That's-
Sonic Unleashed, it has chip in it. Look at Sonic Colors, it doesn't.
I mean,
Like,
I don't think it wouldn't be confusing. It's just there's a shit ton of stuff that people just wouldn't know. I think that's the bigger problem.
I mean,
That's
it's a
where I
matter of
would come
getting
from,
people
at least.
caught up on the existing lore, but if that universe is over, you don't need to do that. Just reintroduce them as you would.
Like for instance, if they were going to bring them, if the big thing was like we're gonna put the Freedom Fighters in a new game, I would expect them leading up to this game. There would be a lot of content about what they were doing before this, or just catching people up on it. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense to just
Alternatively,
like, like even if they came from a multiverse portal, it would be like, "Hi, I'm Sally," and Sonic would be like,
okay.
"All right."
Alternatively,
like,
Alternatively, you could just
Fair enough.
establish that, like, during his time on Mobius in Sonic Spinball, he made some friends there. Sonic returns to Mobius for some reason, needs
Sure.
their help. Simple. Just like some old friends of mine, the Freedom Fighters, just come in, and then you just gradually introduce them throughout the story. It'd be very difficult to give them all a satisfying role. I think some fans of, like, a
Yeah.
character like Antoine or Bunny
'Cause
Rabbit or something would have
they're gonna
to
start
fall.
doubling up because we have characters that already fill these roles. Like
Well, kind of yes, kind of no. Like, I still think, you can make... Like, Bunny Rabbit was obviously kind of like a proto-Rouge, especially like when you look at her outfit. And then, like, like, Sally Acorn kind of will they, won't they with Sonic, and now Amy's kind of more will they, won't they with Sonic. But, like, you can easily fucking rejig it and stuff like that. At the end of the day... Again, I don't need them to be recontextualized in modern canon. It would just be nice to see new merch for Archie, Sonic X, Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Underground, and Sonic SAM.
yeah, whenever I talk about characters, I don't usually think about that stuff first. I always go to like story.
Yeah,
and
it's just in
all that
this
shit.
case,
But
it
I would
is-
just like make a shirt. Give
I'm
people
looking
Sally
at the
Acorn
most
shirts they
likely
want.
kind
Like,
of. I'm looking at the
I don't
most
know.
likely kind of possibility here, like the one that requires the least legwork. Because I understand it would be a huge undertaking to introduce a new secondary main cast to Sonic, and I also understand that if
Yeah.
that's just not part of the vision, it's just not part of the vision. The bit I just object to is acting like none of that ever happened ever, like even in a meta sense.
They can use it for spin-offs, and I feel
Yeah.
like they could do something cool. Like I was saying, like just Elseworlds is fine. Bring them in like Super Broly. Do something new with them, but make them recognizable. Have them be the same people, but in a new location. Not like literally. Don't just transplant them. To have this character be like, I don't know. I guess in the comics it's kind of tough now because we do have a lot of the original IDW cast around as well. So it's
Yeah.
tough to, maybe shoehorn in a whole set of new characters.
Think
but
about it like this: like Surge and Scourge.
And
There are so many similarities.
they introduce
between
people
them.
at such a slow rate too in these comics. Like the new characters do pop up, but I feel like it's very every so often.
I've
So like
also noticed that Western
it would be a
original
while.
Sonic characters tend to have very earthy colors, while
Get out of here.
the original like Japanese ones tend to be a bit more colorful. So I'd like to see some more like colorful Sonic characters.
Or they could be. I mean, KB actually had a good point. They could be on like some of those islands. Like they're saying like some of the the islands are more inhabited by like the animal fellas. So yeah, maybe
Yeah,
they
there's
just
no
live on
reason
an
why these
island
can't just
somewhere
be
that he
people
hasn't
who
visited
exist.
yet. Like Knot Hole Island or something. They're just like I don't know.
Yeah, there's no reason why they can't
You
like.
can have that one, Ian
You-
Flynn, if you want.
You could just say they're about, you know, like. But I think the thing is, we kind of do at least have a bit of that acknowledgement now with like the whole Sonic Spinball thing being acknowledged. It took place on Planet Mobius. That was Sonic's adventure there. Like where the comics said like Sonic lived on Mobius, in the main timeline, he's just visited there one time. And I'm okay with that. I just like to see it fleshed out a bit more. But okay, next and final super chat, I think, is Franken, isn't it? Is it Franken?
Sure, why not?
Or
KB with the 9.99 US. To be fair, Amy did step down from being the leader of the Restoration after Metal Virus, and gave that position to Jewel.
that's true. Yeah,
I forgot
no,
about that.
I mean, yeah.
What is
like,
Lanolin is not in charge? Oh, Lanolin
Lanolin is in charge of the diamond cutters.
How the heck did she like walk into the Resistance and be the leader of a team? How did she do that?
I mean, she didn't. It's the diamond cutters are separate from the resistance, but it's kind of like an ally of the resistance.
Oh, I thought okay. I thought she was.
I mean, it's part of the resistance,
because I was
but it's
like,
not like yeah. It's their own little separate squad. Technically, yeah, it's resistant adjacent, but like, I mean, there's a lot of IDW comics that I haven't read, so I don't know how things have. Like,
also,
shifted.
speaking of IDW characters, actually, if you like them, I've released a few mods on Game Banana. You can play as Starline and Lanolin Crossroads now.
You can shill your stuff in a moment. You can shill your stuff in a moment.
What do you mean? It's time now.
It's not time yet.
Fine,
Dylan.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you have to be asked first,
What do you mean?
man. You have to be asked.
Dylan,
Yeah, that's how we.
what have you been up to? Well,
Not asking yourself.
Damn, Dylan. Damn.
Fine. Let's just.
Yeah, let's just sit down and listen to what Dylan wants.
I've been making Sonic Racing Crossworld mods, and I've made they made Chris Relsay and Susie from Deltarune. I made Tenna from Deltarune. Not my models. I'm not making the models, but they're all credited on the pages, and that's what I've been doing lately, and it's been cool. Except when it sucks, which it does frequently, but you know, that's part of the learning process.
Where's fucking Pup World?
Pup. Oh, I mean, you ever send me the model. I said, give me the model, and I'll try again. You never did.
Yeah, I didn't send you the model. What of it? Where's Pup and Crossworlds?
Yeah, you said, hey, I need to prepare it a little bit because it's a little different than other models.
Yeah,
and
I want
was
to see
like,
Pup
okay.
and Crossworlds. Okay, so why are we not making
Send it to me
happen?
then.
Why should I
Send
send
me
it
the
to
thing
you?
then. I'll do it after
Make
dinner.
happen. I just want you to do
Pup,
it.
where's my
Pup, what?
Pup? Where's my VTuber model?
It's taking time, Frank. I'm not charging you for it.
Oh, then we can put those in the game as well. That'd be cool.
I know, but it's like I'm asking you something ridiculous. You're asking him something ridiculous because you haven't sent him the model yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm being deliberately ridiculous. I like asking
I'm being
people to build
deliberately
houses when
ridiculous
they don't
too.
have any bricks. Just like my old job. Well,
Okay.
anyways, okay, so that's what you're up to, is it then, Dylan?
Yeah, that's what I'm up to.
Yeah, anything else?
Are you doing anything there?
I mean, I might make videos about some of the stuff I've been making, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. But, we will see. I'm probably going to upload the creepypasta video. Because, people seem to like that. It was funny.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's all for me. I have to run, though, because my brother's, like, here.
He
So
doesn't
I
want
gotta
to
go
listen
through
to
it.
what we're up to then.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. He's outside. He's giving me a ride.
This
I'm
dickhead.
sorry.
All right,
Alright.
farewell,
Yeah,
Dylan.
good
I'm
one.
sorry. I will catch you guys later. Send me the model, Pup. I'll do it when I get home. I'll start.
anything. I just want you to make the mod.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
then-
All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
What a little fucking.
Pup, what are you up
pussy.
to?
Thank you, Frank. What am I up to? I got a video about well, I got a live stream replay that people can watch where myself, Penguin, Tevin, and Tom Topics were watching through some of those Sonic animations, including the McLaren, Chow Tales Halloween stuff we talked about today. So you can go check that out. But also, yeah, I will be at SonicCon on the 1st of November. I think it's the 1st of November. It's at the London Novotel West, so if anyone wants to meet me there, I will be there. I can't guarantee you'll recognize me, but, you know, that's life. I don't know, I'm not selling anything, but I think I might have some prints that I can sign if anyone's interested, but I don't think you will be. So yeah, come and meet me, or don't. I don't know you, I'd probably prefer if you didn't. And like, yeah, that's my end of things. Frank, what are you doing?
So I finally released the Sage 2025 Mega Man video, and it's doing pretty well. It's like 13,000 views in just, I believe, 2 days
Hell yeah.
or 3 days. I have lost all concept of time because whenever I finish editing these videos, I am like ready to fall asleep immediately.
The
Yeah,
brain
almost 3
fog
days
in
ago.
today's episode is a reference to Silent Hill.
Yep. And I will be working on a video of the recently released AVGN 8-bit. I technically got it about 2 weeks ago, but I have finally got around to writing a script for it. Obviously, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, I'll get to that when I get to it. But I will be streaming it later today for the Joker Festival. I'll play it until I get bored of it because I don't really like the festivals as much as I do like playing on. I like playing the world match stuff. So I'll play it until I get bored, and then I'll either cut the stream or I'll move on to something else.
Hell yeah.
And some of the playthroughs that I've been doing on my Twitch page, I've either put them on a dedicated like Stream Vault or Stream Archive channel, or on my second channel, Super Frank Plays. I put the ROM hack Starlight Mario on there. I put Mario Adventure 3. I do a lot of Mario stuff on there, but I've also been playing like there's like a ROM hack of Samari that makes it a little more playable, but I just didn't get very far in it. It's not very good.
Oh, look at me. I didn't get very far.
And I might do some Castlevania stuff because it is October.
Hell yeah. You know how
Yeah,
it is?
a friend of mine's been making videos on Castlevania, and I've had the urge to play something Castlevania related for October, so I just might do it on stream. Twitch.tv/gotta-be-frank. Just remove the E because somebody took that username. At this point, for Twitter and for Twitch, that's basically the story of those accounts. I had a really cool name idea. Somebody's already taken it, and one of them's a crypto bro. Unfortunately, the other one just kept the name. I wish I could use it, but
So
oh
you're
well.
saying we should harass them?
Yes, no.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, no.
Yes.
But yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
and that's it.
is there more?
No, that's it.
You don't have a sandwich for me?
I don't have a sandwich for myself, which I need to go and fix that.
Oh, bummer. Oh shit, it's the skeleton. Oh no.
Oh no.
Ooh.
We better not get
Even
sacrificed.
Yeah, I know, I'm dying. Farewell, everybody.